I think a lot of people have sort of realized that you can do some of the most like crazy heinous shit. And as long as you just kind of keep going, like no one will really what the fuck was this? Hold on. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna go. I don't want to watch this whole thing, but like, just this title is insane. Clavicular just got brutally drug mogged at the club while fent maxing and had to be giga rushed to the ICU. Intensive Chad unit. I think it's the intensive Chad unit that did it for me. Yeah, a little double stream for you guys. What's up, chat? Anyways. Manosphere is so funny. Oh, someone was explaining to me that the like looks maxing crowd is literally that's just the gaze of like WeHo and the Castro, but with like slightly less appeal to women. Like that's what like on the looks max, like they've been doing that looks max, like they've been on that looks maxing shit for fucking years. All right, clip queue's open. Oh my God. Insane brain rot unboxing was this. I can't hear shit.
For patapim, tung 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 sahur. Okay. Don't crease them, please. We want PSA 10s.
Okay.
We have something golden, Donna. What is that?
Ballerina, lo.
Ballerina cappuccina.
Ballerina, lo, not cappuccina.
Baba bombo caramello. Oh.
What?
Trippy trappa tralala tung 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 sahur.
Wait. I showed you guys these. When I was in Italy, I found these. There's brain rot cards that you can collect, like Italian brain rot cards. It's a real thing. I'm not even kidding. I shit you not. This is real. Did you ever buy it? No. Ray shocks her judges with her ice cream sandwich.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Let's.
I'm nervous.
It's kind of hard to. Okay. Let me go for that.
I just can't decide which piece to bite into.
I'm diabetic, so whoever linked this.
What is it?
Pure salt.
Salty. Salt water because you're trying to clear something in your throat, and now it's just the taste of salt.
I think it's going well, guys. Okay, what about the cookie though? The cookie?
I'm stun locked. My body.
She said, take your time. What's the rush? Ooh. I said, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a mutt. Yeah, my insulin's gonna up. I listen, it's guys, I only John, I see you link this. Listen, we're like, I don't have enough patience to watch a 6-minute video. My patience has dipped.
Yeah, I also hate gay people, #.
What the wait, what? I didn't even hear that one. I didn't have my That's the other issue.
John. There's something about the moon.
The 4-minute video. And someone and the Minecraft clip you guys linked, I only have one headphone in. Guys, I'm streaming my second stream of the night. I need some dumb shit. Okay? Like fuck. I'm brainless. I'm in my like laziest zone. I don't have my other earphone in. I don't even know what Tubbo said in that clip. Okay? Fuck, I have to go bring shit out for you guys. Take your time, what's the rush? Anyways, what's good, chat? Welcome to the stream, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? No, I'm clearing the queue. I'm clearing the queue. You guys have lost your privileges. I'm clearing the queue. No, this is fine. I have a dumb question, Blau. Do you know what ended up happening to the West Coast Customs Lambo? Sorry if it's a sort. I never got to fucking work on the Lambo, man. I have no idea. I have no idea. All I know is I end up doing some collab stream with people and then they get fucking cooked afterwards online. Which I'm really excited to collab with Wake tonight and hope he gets clapped. Guys, I'm addicted to Pokemon Champions. I was trying to get into the Indianapolis tournament today. But I'm going to have to try again in like 2 weeks. Oh, fuck. Wait, there was something about... Also, people finally explained to me this fucking shit. Hold on. This shit. Streamer Northern Line has canceled his viral super cruise for other Twitch streamers and fans. Refunds will be issued to those who are... But okay, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be a hater. We need an old school Mickey GTA stream. Amon Sarah, that's what I'm cooking up. I'm actually cooking up some GTA stuff. I'm not even trying to be a hater. I didn't even know if this was real. I thought it was a joke at first. I genuinely like, and I'm not even saying it's like listen, in the world of like streamer products and ventures, it's not really that bad. Like, I think it's fine to do something like this. Like, I don't know, in a world where people are selling fucking NFTs and like doing crypto rug pulls, it's not like a bad thing. I just didn't know why it was Northern Lion doing it. You know what I mean? Like, he just doesn't really seem like that guy to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I could see like FaZe doing this. But I don't know if their viewers have the disposable income or the interest to go on a cruise. It just was kind of random. Blau FaZe isn't a thing anymore. Guys, I feel like something happened, man. Like, everything just kind of like went fucking crazy. That era feels like centuries ago. Yeah. Guys, it really has gone bad. I just didn't, but I'm not like, by the way, I'm not even hating on it. I think it's fine. Oh, here we go. This is what I really wanted to show you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Finally, some good content. Hold on. Finally. 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 Hold on. I'll block my DMs. Hold on. Now, hold on. Here we go. Here we flip and go, chat. You ready? Oh, I can't hear it.
Woo! You trying to muck my barn or what? Yeah, totally.
You're rocking a stiffy too.
Rocking a stiffy.
I'm a nut in your eye.
Bro, it's the gasping in it as well.
And you like it? When I pull your goalie?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You like it when I pull your goal? Like, what
Woo!
the fuck? Bro, this guy has the funniest shit ever. I'm addicted to Alberta accent guy. Where's a really good one? He's a stand-up comedian, but he then does these like little skits where he dubs over shit with an Alberta accent, and it's so... If Seto Kaiba had an Alberta accent...
You're planning to call forth 2 more Blue Eyes White Dragons, aren't you?
Why you hoovered the first one so fucking fast, buddy? I'm talking nose, beers. Of course I'm calling 2. It's not even midnight yet. I'm on days off right now. Don't be asking me about how many white dragons or who's what coming from where, buddy. All I need to know is if you're fucking down to give her or what, man?
How can I fight off 3? You're planning to call forth
Bro,
2 more Blue Eyes.
it's so good.
So you want to fucking go or what, tough guy, huh?
We're ready for you this time, Brock.
As if, buddy. Fuck. Honestly, I don't take too much
Fuck.
pleasure fucking up a 10-year-old, so just don't tell Professor Oak what happened here today.
Got it.
Your fucking funeral, buddy. Go 8 ball. Fuck, look how deadly that fucking ball is. It's fucking huge.
I'm back.
This is my... This is my Roman Empire, chat.
Father?
Yeah, it's me, your fucking dad, back from the dead. Can you fucking believe that shit, buddy? I'm actually kind of fucking choked right now, though, man. Like, are you working or what?
No. How could I?
Yeah, step number 1 is you're gonna have to stop hanging out with that fucking pig and that rat all day, buddy. You're lucky I don't call Rat Patrol on you right now and fucking take that little thing out. Secondly, do you even have a fucking pair of steelies right now? You're literally useless.
How can I go back? I'm not who I used to be.
Who gives a fuck about your feelings, buddy? You think I like going to work 12 hours a fucking day just to put diapers on?
Father?
Yeah.
Guys, I want to go to Alberta now. This makes me want to go to Alberta. Like, now I want to go to Alberta. Is this like closer to like Edmonton? Like, this is more Edmonton vibes, right? Or is this Calgary? What the fuck did I come back into? Yeah, welcome to the stream. Have you ever heard of a Toronto accent? Hold on. Hold on. Do you not know? Oh, me and Gumi are actually gonna... We're actually gonna collab with him. Here we go.
Oh, you found out my Shardy's the Wizard of Waz? Now you're trying to chop, eh? My word, I'll gurks you. Konnichi wagwan kronem-san. Toronto ben
Konnichi wagwan kroni-san.
Tono kotobawa. Gurks?
Gurks?
Gurks? Naguru ya boko boko ni suru toいう意味です。
To beat the fuck. Please repeat after me.
Kudasai. Gurks?
Gurks? Gurks?
Yeah, honmani Toronto man still. Oh, you found out my Shardy's the Wizard of Waz? Now you're trying to chop, eh? My word, I'll gurks you.
My word, I'll gurks you.
Okay.
That was good. Hold on. Toronto accent.
What's your favorite Toronto slang word?
Yo, fam, tutu's my word. My favorite Toronto slang word is Gerber.
Oh my god. Tutu's my word. I hate it. I hate Toronto. I think I listen, I understand. I get, after watching Toronto accent and Alberta accent, I understand why Alberta wants to leave. I get it.
And it's Gerber, obviously. Gerber or Cody? Cody, it's obviously Gerber.
What's the worst place in Toronto?
Low-key Godstone. That place is weird. It stinks. It reeks, fam. Everywhere we go, I'm always walking on the roads. Man, them are weird. There's bare buck teas there. And not only that, the parks there are mod things, fam. You can't even ride the swings. There's always a buck tea on one of the slides, yo.
Call me broke, fam? You know who I am?
news.
I'll show you how to make some real money, fam. Bring back Bresky, $200 hand real quick. Look how I cash it. Oh, I didn't mean to start. Yo, I just stood on that and lost, fam, but I got more in the savings.
I saw some like I saw literal kids the other day who were talking about their parlays, and I realized like how fucking cooked we are. Like, I think it's like part of like culture for Gen Alpha, like for like kids, even in like high school, even in middle school, to like gamble and shit. I think gambling is gonna be what undoes the West. It's so bad. Like, gambling is just gonna fucking destroy us.
The Toronto accent changed in my generation. You went to Toronto in the 90s.
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's
yeah, bud, we go to Timmy's.
Yeah.
And
Rep a tenner.
yeah, play some puck. And, you know,
that's it.
But now it's like,
yo,
who's fam? Like, yo, this guy's a Gerber fam.
Yo, mans are out here, you know what I mean? Like, yo, if you're not grabbing your bands, fam, like, you're done for the year still.
Bro. And that's just fucking Connor in grade 9. Yeah. It's like, why are you talking like that, bro?
It's just...
Yeah, we have a shift at Uniqlo. Can we not talk like this?
Some parent is like, oh, no, my kid's going to have a Canadian accent. They start speaking Jamaican patois, and they're like, whoa.
Yeah, by the way, it's not an issue with the Jamaican patois. Like, when I'm in, like, if I'm in Jamaica and people are talking like that, I'm like, I vibe with it, right? But when I'm up in Toronto and some fucking white guy who got cut from the AAA hockey team and now he's like, you know, just dicking around and in Junior B starts talking like that, I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? Wait, maybe we should go through reels more. This is great.
Yo, konnichiwa, mina
Konnichiwa,
slimes.
mina slimes.
Toronto ben Julioi. Chou no hyogen wa top left.
Top left?
例えば, yo, the Jays had bear salves on the diamond yesterday, top left. Toronto de top left で言ったら、誓ってとか本気で言ってるってみたいな感じね。あいつをブーム後について繰り返して。
I just love that, like, I don't speak Japanese. I am not Japanese. I'm not in Toronto. None of this content should relate to me, and yet this is just so good.
Kudasai, top left.
Oh shit, I have a podcast. Oh shit. Hold on, how do I do this? How do I turn on my camera? Turn on camera. Hello? Oh, fuck yeah, that works. Okay, sick. Okay, I got it working. Thanks, chat. Yo, tutu's my word, fam. Just speak with a Toronto accent the entire I'm not trying to get I'm trying to get canceled, guys, not killed. What does top left mean? I think it means like, fuck, now I need to finish it. What was he saying?
Yay, full marks, Kroski-kun.
Wait, so what does it mean?
Mina slimes, 今日は Toronto 弁従業員。今日の表現は top left. 例えば, yo, the Jays had bear salves on the diamond yesterday, top left. Toronto de top left.
Top left is like saying, I swear, or I mean what I'm saying. Got it. Got it. Oh, top left, like on your heart. Oh, wait, that's actually kind of clever. Top left. Oh, shit. Wait, that's actually kind of good. I don't think I hate that one. What is top right? Not on your heart. Not on your heart, Crody. Who's fucking thing? Oh, that's Fan. Right now, I'm not even about ya. Tate McRae's been growing on me, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Although she is delaying the Buffalo Sabres from playing in the playoffs, Tate McRae is delaying the Buffalo Sabres' return to the playoffs. Working class hero. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs. Wait, is she Devin still? What did I just press? Hello? Hello? Yo? Hello? No, I don't think she's. Thanks for the 5 gifties, chat. No, might not like that. I know I won't. I'm not even about ya. All right, chat. Let's play a game. What do I have to drop on the podcast tonight? What thing do you want me to ask? What do you guys want me to ask on the podcast, actually? I like asking good questions. Like, what are we trying to ask? I don't know how, but haven't watched Clean Boys Days and saw the tweet through all the current geopolitics here for the spice. Speezor. Welcome, dude. Hey, I'm always grateful for the Clean Boys Days. Thanks, man. Good to see you. Also crazy that you saw that through all the geopolitical stuff. What's the podcast even about? I mean, isn't Wilder Side usually about like, oh God, isn't it about like relationships typically? It's kind of just about whatever, but it usually covers like relationship stuff. Hey, Speezor. Hey, you're always welcome here, man. Let's hope not. No, J-Bats. I'm pretty sure that is like literally like that's literally what it's about. It's random, but I think Wake said it's supposed to be more like relationship stuff vibes. But it's a little random, you know. All right, what do you guys want me to ask about? Oh my God. I want to tell them about the Beetles and AI porn. I've been wanting to tell you guys about this. Wait, did I tell you guys about this? The Beetles? I think I did. I already told you guys about this. The fucking Beetles that are banging the beer bottles. Yeah, there's Beetles, and they try to have sex with beer bottles. No. Oh my God, hold on. Australian beetle. Endangered. Endangered. It's actually a really interesting commentary. Yeah, it was it was all the way back in the 1980s. Australian jewel beetles were threatened in the 1980s by discarded stubby beer bottles, which they mistook for massive females due to their brown, dimpled, and shiny appearance. Males attempted to mate with the bottles, dying from dehydration or predation, prompting Australian brewers to alter bottle designs. It changed their hardwiring, and it's kind of like an analogy for like AI porn and how it fucks with us. Look, and Red Blueberry's like, dumb ab bugs. Buddy, we're doing that to ourselves. The bugs, it was done unintentionally to them. We're literally doing this to ourselves. We already started to do this with pornography, and now we're like really doing it with AI stuff. I think it extends to just beyond pornography, though. Talk about the dissolution of the social fabric and difficulty of forming relationships given the rise of AI chatbots as a replacement for human interaction. I genuinely think people need to be really careful of AI addiction in general. I think way too many people are like addicted to AI. Like they talk to AIs too much. The difference is we have sex for fun and not procreation. What? You're completely missing the point. That's not the point. The point is that we have hardwired attractiveness to people. right? There's certain things that are hardwired in terms of why we're attracting. The reason why we like to have sex, why it is enjoyable, is because it is a hardwiring of our brain signaling to us to procreate, right? So when we fuck that up with images, like we potentially permanently damage our brains in like what is actually attractive to us. It's like actually really bad. I am saying if we want a kid, we will have sex, whether we have attraction or not. What? I don't think that's true either. I think that declining birth rates in all Western countries would say otherwise. Not in Western countries. It's like declining birth rates in like almost all developed countries. I think I think AI will genuinely call, like, again, it's like, and it's not even just like sexual things, chat. I think AI starts to replace, someone described this phenomenon with the Beatles. I think they called it like a super stimuli. And you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like Gnarly by Cat's Eye. It's just you're overstimulated watching the video and there's just so much going on. And I think it's part of a broader thing of like, we're just overstimulated, right? So in this case, it was like these beer bottles were basically fake massive females, but that's what anime girls and anime boys are. I don't think that has to do with sex, but lack of relationships, people staying single. People are also having less sex is another thing. I think a lot of these things are like actually correlated and linked. Like Gen Z's having less sex. Gen Z's having less sex, less children. Like it's like these are all like trending in this direction. And again, it's like, I'm not saying it's the AI beer bottles that are the only reason, but like, but we're basically overstimulated. Like there's too much of things, and it's not only are we overstimulated, we're actually super stimulated. We're seeing and experiencing things that we shouldn't see. We are rewiring our brains. Like I would argue AI porn, hentai, a lot of this stuff is rewiring your brain for what is attractive. What I'm saying is we aren't going to go extinct due to lack of sex. And I don't know. I don't know how this applies to extinction. I'm not. Let's ignore whether it caused us to go extinct. We're doing this. We are rewiring what we find to be attractive. We are rewiring that. That has downstream effects on the number of babies born. Not saying, oh my God, we go extinct, but definitely number of babies born. It's fucking up our relationships. It's fucking up how we consume content. That is why it is so bad. Okay. I'm not saying okay. Chat. I'm not saying we're going to go extinct. I am saying this is a great example of how a super stimuli fucked with a species. I am telling you, we are introducing super stimuli into our sexual behavior, into our relationship behavior, into our social behavior. Imagine, when you ask a friend for advice on something and like how long it takes them to like think of a good answer versus when you ask a chatbot. We basically have introduced super stimuli, extremely rapid response, bigger things, right? The figurative beer bottles of stimuli to any number of our things, and that's fucking us over. So yeah, we're fucking cooked. We're fucking cooked, chat. What tune was this? Anyways, good time to grab a beer, right? I wonder if like those like green, I wonder if those green shelled beetles, you know, the ones with the green shells would fuck the green glass bottles. You know what I mean? I should go try it. I go get one and fucking say, hey, you want to fuck this? You know? Right now, I'm not even about done. And I'm using. I agree. I don't think it's as apocalyptic as for us, but it might be. Maybe not even on. Like I worry that it's. I think it affects us in more different ways. Is the problem? I think this began before AI built out. Yeah, 100. I really think. I think porn definitely did this. And people have done studies on how much, like, that's a great example. Porn, like, really rewired our brains. But now I'm worried that it's not just a porn and sex thing. I think a lot of stimulus is just fucking with us. New discovery by the streamer Blau discovers beetle species going extinct due to green bottles. Oh, that'd be sick. That would be awesome. Yeah, you know what? Well, I think Deb and Working Class Hero makes him go. I don't think it's like, it's also not like a single thing. It's not like, oh, it's just AI or, oh, it's just porn or even like, oh, it's just the internet. It's like we've been kind of on this like steady track of like shit getting more cooked. See, that's a really poor way of me describing it, but things becoming more accessible and us being overstimulated by it. Anyways, I talk to you guys about this in like an intellectual matter because, you know, as soon as I get on the podcast, you guys know what I do as soon as I'm on this podcast. I just say dumb shit and just chime in with like stupid little shits and giggle bits here and there. You guys know how we do. Oh, wait, is there a stream together link? Hold on. Shared chat. Hold on. Join this. Join session. All right, chat, we're merging. Hello? Wonder who else is going to join. Guys, chat, I want you guys to start talking about the beer bottles and the Beetles fucking. That way Wake's chat is really confused as to what the fuck we're talking about. Keep talking about beer bottles and Beetles fucking. Keep giving me your thoughts on like what other insects could we introduce bottles to get them to fuck? Because I'm thinking we run the green bottle for those like shiny green ones. Beetles. Yeah, Beetles fucking beer bottles. Exactly. When I say Beetles, I don't mean the Beatles. If I meant the Beatles, I'd say the Beatles. I'm saying Beetles. That's like, no, not people fucking Beetles. What would a grasshopper fuck? Bro, they're Wake's chat is gonna just think that we're fucking. What would a grasshopper fuck? What about bumblebees or like bees or wasps? What's like a black and yellow thing? I feel like they're pretty like unique looking. Oh my God, what if ladybugs went after Coke Zero cans? Oh, I feel like Coke Zero cans would be the issue. A Bruins jersey? Are there male ladybugs? Oh, hold on. Wait, I think I can undeafen finally, and then they'll pull me in. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. And then I'll adjust the scene for you guys. Never seen Bug's Life? I'm too woke for fan. Wait, that was someone else who said that. Chinese ladybug. Wait, we don't have normal ladybugs anymore? Also, wait, chat. I always get self-conscious about my mic. How's my mic sounding? Am I good? Need to be louder, quieter? Oh, hell yeah. Bro, shared chat when you don't have context. See, we're fucking with people. We're fucking with people about the beer bottle shit, and then I see in their chat, I see how gaping is the rival's hole. They were brought over and they outcompeted the endemic species that had exactly like 8 dots. Oh no. Oh no. Just joined what? Well, we're in a shared chat, so we're just the old lady red hat society will take out. So are there actual comedy ladybugs? Oh shit. Why are you always the last to be pulled in for suspense? Don't knock. I don't think I can have sex with a fucking bottle. Like there's just no way. Two streams in one day? Yeah, that's, by the way, a recession indicator. 2 streams in one day. Fucking pull me in, Wake. Need the wide neck bottle? Oh, hello. Oh, my God. Hey, what's up, Julia? You can stay muted or deafened. I don't really care. Sorry, I was just talking to my chat about fucking bottles.
Oh my God, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up?
Wait, I don't hear anything. Hold on.
Hello?
Blau, are you talking?
Yeah, what's up? I am. Hello? 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 I'm talking, Julia. Julia?
Test.
Hello, test. Hello? Hello, testing. Hello.
1 second.
Hello.
Oh, what's going on?
Hello? Hello?
Test.
I am saying
no,
hello.
That's not it.
Hello?
Hold on. Test.
Yes, hello. Test.
That's not it. What the heck?
Wait,
Test.
hello?
Yay.
Yo, what's up?
Able to start camera. Why?
Do you have your virtual camera on? Are you streaming right now?
No, I'm not.
Do you have OBS open?
No.
Oh, well then I'll know how to fucking help you.
Let me see. Should I do the OBS virtual camera?
I mean, that's how I do it. So I open up OBS and then have my camera set up. So it's the same one I do on stream. And then I do start virtual camera. And then in Discord, I set my camera in Discord to be the virtual camera.
Okay. Let me see. Bro, why does this happen to me?
I believe in you. Oh my God, that would be a good question. What's the sexiest bottle? That's a great point.
Dude, this was literally working just a second ago.
Oh, hello.
How are we?
Hello.
Blau. Hello. I feel like this is a really fun pairing because Fiona has so many clips about her liking high schoolers, and you have so many clips about you liking siblings. So together we can have a legitimate discourse about the intersection of those.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I have been trying to be like an LA streamer that gets canceled. Everyone keeps fucking beating me to it. Like
it's not hard.
I feel like I feel like everyone thought it would be me. Like I feel like it was supposed to be me. How do I turn my camera on? What did I do? How did I turn it on?
Maybe it's like Final Destination, you know? Like I do think that streamers are just in one kind of social Final Destination film. You know? And every day everyone trudges closer to that fatal event.
How do I do this?
Which will be fine.
Am I dumb?
Well, that's pretty quiet. You are a little quiet. I haven't cranked though. You're not dumb. You've been on my podcast like 4 times.
Yeah,
no way
that doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't sound good for me. Wait, how the fuck do I turn on my camera?
Button.
You had it on earlier.
Do you have the virtual camera rolling?
Yo,
I had it on
yo, what up?
How you doing? How was fucking Coachella? You were Coachella posting.
It was sick. Yeah, it was great. Oh my God, Justin Bieber's
or is it
everything.
Just like a place to do party drugs? Like I'm asking, is it actually fun?
I don't do Molly.
You don't do Molly? That's just one of the most shocking sentences I've ever heard. I'm not kidding.
I've never done Molly in my life.
And
I've never candy flipped.
The better question.
I've never candy flipped. And I've never had Molly water. And
what are these? I know the only way I know Molly water because of Chief Keef, bro. What are we doing?
I think he did Molly.
Have you guys ever heard of a dirty roll?
No.
Dirty rolls where you take.
I look like I do drugs.
All right, so dirty rolls like where you take Adderall, but like you don't need Adderall, right? You take an extra little dosing of Adderall and then you get drunk, and then you're on a dirty roll. Because it kind of feels like Molly. Not that I would know.
Hold on. I don't understand. So I take Concerta every day. I used to take Adderall. They're the same though. They're the same.
Oh.
And I still drink alcohol and wine and whatever on it. And I'm just regular. So what do you mean dirty roll? Because what?
Probably because
what
you
is
need
happening?
the Adderall.
No, because you need it. I'm saying if you don't have ADHD and then you take Adderall and then you drink, that's a dirty roll.
Different effect.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking like.
That's what I've been told.
Water.
That's what I've been told, and I've been told it feels like Molly.
Ah, you've been told this.
Did you guys ever like did you do salvia? Was that a thing when you were a kid, Blau?
No.
Okay, I think so. It was like probably a little bit after you, but a little bit before Fiona, because I doubt Fiona hit the salvia wave. But salvia was so big when I was in high school because you could like pay a homeless man to go and do like a smoke shop. It's like a psychedelic drug that wasn't really like classed by the FDA or the DEA, I guess. I don't know. So like you could just go buy it at smoke shops. And it was like this really violent and unpleasant psychedelic experience that would spiral you into like multiple lifetimes of lived experience. But like in like a 6-minute window. And there are still to this day like countless videos of my friends and I just like disassociating on a carpet in like a shitty house in Central Austin, like believing fully that you're being microwaved by God. It's the coolest and shittiest thing. You can just look up salvia trip anytime you want on YouTube. It's my favorite rabbit hole to go down. Highly advise it because it's so fast. So fast. Never do it. It's actually miserable. Like it's not you will not be enlightened. You will only be scared. And you will feel like you lost a life. Don't
I'm
do
okay
it. But
without that. Yeah.
yeah, it feels like what I imagine just like drinking water out of a pothole and getting sick would feel like. You know, like it's just no one would do it. What was the high of Coachella, Blau? Tell me why. Like,
the Molly.
Tell me on Coachella is someone who. Yeah. Okay. Based. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go
it
ahead.
looked like you were having a really horny time. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I was following it.
What?
It just seemed a little slutty, but like
Yeah,
in an empowering and fun way.
Yeah.
I was chilling. The fuck? What?
Yeah, but like
I saw some pretty horny things posted.
I don't think I posted anything horny. Did I?
You did.
I posted me. I posted me pooping. I was on the toilet pooping, and that was my fit reveal.
I could have sworn I saw somebody biting somebody's skirt off or something. I don't know if that was you, but you posted it.
No. That was some other girl that was like protecting our group before Bieber. And she was wearing some booty shorts that said "My World" on them for Justin Bieber. It was sick. But that was
you saw the Biebs?
Yeah.
You saw
he's
gay Biebs?
awesome.
I feel like that's got to feel like a nursing Facebook community now. You know what I mean? Like it's like gotta have like a really weird vibe to it.
Nah, dude. Everyone fucking loves Justin Bieber, dude. It was sick. He was awesome.
Oh no, I know. I think that everyone who loves Justin Bieber is like a very gainfully employed 33-year-old like medical professional. Like I think that's like it's like we all grew up. It's crazy.
No, wait. Okay, most of the people in my group were like late 20s, and they fucking loved the Biebs.
I guess maybe he is probably
He transcends generations, bro.
I think he might be the last true like global superstar ever produced, like truly global. Because
Kanye West.
Well, no, because Kanye's before Bieb. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, of course, Kanye like immediately he sold out the like an 80,000 person stadium first tour back, dude. Can't be beat.
That's crazy.
Okay. Guys, let's go ahead and introduce our final two contestants here. I'm going to introduce them together because I don't know if they do anything separately here. We're going to go ahead and pull in Mr. Arthur and Julia Kins. Mr. Arthur, Julia, how are we today? Welcome in. Come on.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh,
there
hello.
you are. Look at these beautiful people. Arthur, I hope you're doing well. What's happening?
Hey.
Wait. Hold on.
They're swapped.
Wait a second.
I was having issues with my mic. I was having tech difficulties.
What is this bit? What is this bit?
They're the same person.
They've changed genders.
Wait,
oh no!
Can you even see me on? You can't even.
No,
see
not
me.
even a little bit. Arthur's gonna come save you. I think he ran dutifully away to you. Okay, she's gone. She died. Okay, she's back. Oh, there they are. Hi there, guys. Wow, look at this. Look at this house full of creatures. Oh my God. This is okay. It was for the bit. Got it. I like your light bar. Very tasteful. Very tasteful.
Yeah.
Hello, Wake. Good evening.
Look at this. A couple of new friends just taking on a new house as roommates. It's so cool. How are we feeling in the new abode?
And they were roommates.
Yeah, roommate arc, roomies.
It is very nice in here, not to get confused. I just wanted to check her microphone, and I hope it's working.
Bird. She's good. She's audible. We're locked in. Wait, did someone say bird?
I thought it was a bird. It was a dog.
There's a bird and a kitty and a dog.
Bird. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, you have a bird.
All of them.
Oh, it's tripping.
And there's a dog.
Oh my God, wait. How many creatures do you have in this home now?
So I have 2 dogs, 3 cats, a bird, and now an Arthur. So it's kind of a full house.
But I have a Julia.
Oh, right.
Oh my
Were
God,
all those pets yours?
I think I fucked something up. Hold on, guys. Okay.
Are those kick pillows?
They were free.
W kick.
Thank you.
Oh, so we have free kick pillows. I'll be honest. You're coasting on free kick shit. They really just bombed you guys. You guys got that shit on. You're the best. There is no better billboard than a man who does not like buying clothes. I think that's what brands have figured out, that they could just send it to like completely fashion inept men. Like I wore anime titties for 3 years for a brand I was not even representing because they kept sending me shirts.
What brand?
It was Gamer Subs. They just kept sending me more horny shirts, which was terrible because it slowly displaced. Like I had too many.
They're really comfy.
It displaced everything I owned to the point to where I would like go out in public and then be like, I would feel shame. You know what I mean? Like in a way, I realized that this was Arrested Development. And also, I'll tell you what, it taught me what it was like to have boobs. Because women would look at me with scorn and men would not stop looking at my chest. That is it. Everywhere I'd go, dudes would come up and be like, nice shirt. Like, and they're just staring down. It was very eyes up here, you know? But yeah, I literally got rid of all of them because I decided
I didn't know you
30.
had regular clothes, I'll be honest. I didn't know until like this past year that you had regular clothes. This whole time I've known you, I just thought that was your thing. And I was like, hey, respect. You know, I did that in college as well. So.
So the thing is that I had nothing but OTK sweatpants and anime shirts, and those both became equally scorned around the same time. So I was like, okay, I'm getting looks for both of these now. I'm going to have to do some revisions. So then things got better. But guys, welcome. This is the Wilder Side. It's really nice having everyone here today. I am messaging our other person who isn't not quite here yet. Yo, join up. If you guys don't know, my friend Nut's coming on. Nut's awesome. He is the yes, Nut is the guy who is he is the host of a lot of these like Nectar dating videos. If you're familiar.
Oh
You guys know
yeah.
I have
Nectar?
a Coachella
seen
story
them.
about Nut, but I wasn't there.
Oh no.
But my friend.
Uh-oh.
No. My friend was
Nuts canceled.
had someone singing. My friend had someone singing behind him, like singing extremely, extremely hard, and then he turned around after like 20 seconds of him singing really hard, and it was Nut.
Oh my god! Yeah, you know what? He really does put the whole pussy into everything. He's a very jubilant man.
Was he in tune or like?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know.
I didn't ask for details.
You know. Wait, so you just consumed Coachella from afar?
Yeah. I also watched the Justin Bieber set on the TV.
What did you think?
Were you a believer?
Yes. I used to not be, and then I
Wait,
was.
You're a late life believer?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like a
That's like-
post-puberty believer.
Yeah,
That's
that's like
incredible.
dudes who get like circumcised in their 20s. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, why? Well, what happened?
His songs became better.
Actually, very true. Yeah, no.
Bro, what are these? Wait, I'm already fucking coming after your take. Your takes are fucking shit already, bro. Justin Bieber's music later
I
on
don't
is
like
fucking.
Justin Bieber.
Okay, well, I'm leaving this fucking. You guys all
let me be
fucking
clear. Let me
suck.
be
Justin
clear.
Bieber's music's
I see
so
what you're
fucking good
doing.
these days.
No. I see what you're doing here because you probably think that I'm saying because getting circumcised in your 20s is insane that I'm liking Justin Bieber to that. No, I'm saying that it's just an uncommon thing to hear of like, I didn't like him, but now I do. Typically, it's like, oh, I've always loved Justin Bieber, especially when it comes to girls. Not to
Bro,
paint
that's a
girls.
common thing. There's so many. Okay, maybe the girls like. There's so many guys like, yo, I can't believe I hated on this dude in high school.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. No, it's very common for. I felt the same way. I remember he dropped like Peaches or something, and I was like, okay, this is kind of groovy. Like I was like,
for me it was in high
Peaches out in
school-ish.
Georgia. Yeah,
Same. I was 17.
Wait, but
Yeah.
like when you were in high school, that might actually be about the time that song came out. Like legitimately, I think it was 25 or 26.
Wait, is Arthur
right?
talking about his circumcision or Justin Bieber?
Oh.
Are you talking about your circumcision?
Wait, Arthur, did you get a late life circumcision?
Yes, I was 17.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
he's talking
really?
about
Wait, really?
circumcision.
Yeah, no, I was.
Why did you do that?
Tell the bubble story.
Yo, that's sick.
You got a bubble in your penis?
Ow!
Oh my god!
Ow.
Oh, that was
He's
story.
like a
Do you want the-
turtle?
So do you want the PG story or do you want the no, you know? not
No,
knowing
I
back
want the
story?
Wilder
Say the
story.
full thing.
Okay, well, when I was 17 years old, I knew that for some reason my skin doesn't go behind the tip. And
Isn't that when you don't clean it for a really long time?
I would always clean it like very, very thoroughly because if you don't, let me tell you, not good.
So
Yeah.
this is called, what is it called again? No, it's like
Smegma.
it's called like a there's a name for it.
Smegma.
No,
Is that
it's
dick
it's
cheese?
like
Phimosis?
Peyronie's or no. What is it called? It's a dick thing where you can't pull the foreskin back. What's it called?
Oh,
Phimosis.
Phimosis.
Yeah.
Phimosis, yeah. That's the medical term. I did have phimosis, and I must admit I have sinned. I have played with myself,
Ew.
and I finally was like, oh my god, I can get it behind myself, like behind my tip.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was like, I'm not telling, like I'm not even kidding. It was like stuck. And when I'm telling you it was stuck, it was stuck. It would not go back forward because it was
My
so
God.
narrow. Like,
Even if
like
it got
Oh
smaller,
my God.
like even when it shrunk back, it didn't.
no,
Wait,
I
but
was literally.
how?
I'm telling you, it was a tiny hole.
So wait, do you mind if I ask you the science behind this? Like, do you
my
know
God.
why this happens?
Phimosis?
Yes.
Scared.
Well, sometimes it can just be genetically.
So it's just
Just
like
like
yeah,
pussy.
it's just not lined up.
Well, yeah, literally. Like my dad had it as well, but he said, "Listen, if you just practice, eventually, it fits."
Wait, so he's like, just stretch it out, King? Like,
Yeah.
it's like a shirt that's not gonna.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. So you had a medical reason to do it. I can
Yeah.
get
That's
behind
fair.
that because otherwise I'm like, why would you willingly sacrifice penis? You know, I'm fighting for anything I can have here. That's crazy to give away like amount of penis.
Well, I must say, I visited the doctor, and he told me, "Listen, I never ever say that it's advised to do it, but in your case, I think you have the pass. You can." And he
He gave you
snipped it
the
off.
pass.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he snipped it off.
Oh man. And so how do you? I guess like you didn't really have a great foreskin experience, so obviously life's better without it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy that I did it.
Okay, so now let's compare and contrast. Fiona, how did your life change once you became a Bieber fan?
What?
Let's see how similar it is. I don't know. So like, you know, you were what? You were like 17, 18.
Yeah, probably. It was whenever he started he did that collab song with Diplo or whatever. Where are you now? It was that
Where
phase.
are you now that I need
Dude,
you?
I got a bone to pick with
Yeah,
Diplo.
that
I'm over that dude. I got mad yesterday about him.
Why?
I did. Because he had like this fucking like chud ass take where he's like, dude, you can't beat AI. The thing is that like, you know, it's like I'm using it. And because he just made it a competition of popularity and like pushing out as much dog shit fucking like pap music as he can.
Yeah.
And it's like completely
He
to the
used to
detriment
be
of making cool
cool.
shit. But it's like you get to decide the extent to which people view it as being accessible or acceptable. And like you as a tastemaker and a gatekeeper are like being like, yeah, dude, fucking money. Which is a real tragedy for creative expression. But that's just my take. I don't know. How do you guys feel about AI? What's your take?
It's awful and it's terrible and it's killing the planet. And I'm so grateful I quit my full-time job in the entertainment industry because I would have fucking lost my job by now and been freaking the fuck out about what's next because all my friends who've been laid off from games and films legit have not been rehired. They have not been rehired. I know maybe one person who's been rehired in the industry. They're like only taking entry-level people they can scam and then people who have like 25 plus years of experience under their belt. And it's killing the planet and it's making people more stupid. I think AI, a different type of AI could be useful in like maybe the medical field or like, you know, advancing technology in a healthy way to like benefit humans like livelihood. But if it's just computer, tell me how to cook pasta, fucking go on Google. You don't need to ask AI to tell you how. Look at the back of the pasta package. It says it right there.
But then you have like the fucking AI summary now that's like telling you like, no,
I
you
hate
want to
that.
do this? Yeah, I'm mad at it too. I
didn't consent. I didn't consent.
Yes, and consent is important.
Hey, we were talking about that earlier.
Essential.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, you're a big fan of consent.
Listen, I know I shouldn't be a fan of AI, but have you guys
the fruit videos? Stop!
Yes.
Yes.
The fruit the fruit videos are so good. Yes. Oh my god, where the fruit videos get like cucked. Oh my god. Yes, dude. Yes.
Okay, so the fruit videos, they're all
It's Love Island
video.
Wait,
And
it's
I
Love
love
Island
them.
with fruit.
Yeah, it'll be like a banana is married to an eggplant, and then the banana cheats on eggplant with a strawberry, and then the strawberry gives birth, but it's not a banana, it's a melon. Because strawberry cheated on banana with a melon.
So can I? Okay. So out of curiosity here, so there's a sort of like cuckold narrative about fruit on an island.
Yeah,
and
strawberry's always a slut.
Okay. Well, that's
Well, it's
predictable.
Love
We all
Island.
know that. So it's Love Island. There's a villa. They're banging, and there's pregnancy. Now, my question is, how long are these episodes? And do you like them as you would a form of entertainment, or is it like this is a funny meme?
It's a
No,
funny.
I go down the rabbit hole. I watch them.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
can
shit.
go on a profile to make sure I see all the parts and stuff.
Wait, can I ask though? Have you guys seen every season of Love Island and Temptation Island and Too Hot to Handle? Okay, here's my
I was
solution.
cast to be
You
on
should
it,
go. I bet you fucking were, dude. You would
Season
fit
1
right
and
in.
2, they tried to get me to go on.
You'd be too smart for it, though. I hate to say. They wouldn't like that you're intelligent. But yeah, if you like that fruit thing, you could just watch. They got Temptation Island. They got Love Island. They got Too Hot to
I'm just
Handle.
scrolling Instagram reels and then they
I
just
just
pop
love that
up, you
now
know?
our brain rot is no longer brain rot enough. Like we're truly tunneling, we're burrowing into the earth right now, burrowing deep into the core. It's
Oh my
crazy.
god. Yeah.
Go.
It's because it's super. Oh my god. This is what I wanted. This is the only thing I want to talk about tonight.
Yeah, go.
Beetles fucking beer bottles. That's right.
Okay, wait, build it out. I don't know what's going on here.
No. Listen. No. Listen now. Hear me. Let me cook. Okay. Watch. Okay. In the 1980s, there's an Australian beetle, right? That's like brown with like this little like dimpled thing in it. Whatever. Long story short, I'm gonna knock this over. They start to fuck the beer bottles because they think that the beer bottles are just really big female beer can or like really big.
They saw mommy.
Yeah, they literally thought that it was it's a female beetle, but it's just a bigger, sexier version. So they start fucking the beer bottles, and then they die because they're just out in the open and they get killed by predators and stuff. And it's actually causing them to go endangered. Anyways.
Oh, this is a great analog. I know where you're going.
The analog is that is, so a lot of people compared it to pornography, right? And then also to AI porn, unrealistic expectations. But scientists described it as a super stimuli. And that's actually that's what AI is for a lot of our stuff is it's a super stimuli in that it's like, it's so much imagery done so quickly, or even ChatGPT. Like, let's say you ask a friend for some advice, like, hey man, like I'm trying to figure out this situation. What do you think? And your friend's like, damn man, I don't know what the fuck to do. Let me think about that. Meanwhile, when you ask ChatGPT, it's like, just gives you all that stuff immediately. All AI does is just create fuckloads of super stimuli that rewires our brains, whether it's pornography, relationships, anything. All of it is hyper super stimuli that our brains are not meant to actually deal with.
Really, what I
and
think it's
we're just Beetles, fucking beer bottles. I'm gonna go open this real quick.
Oh, you mean like real life Beetles?
Yeah, real life.
Yeah, not the
not
Beatles
like
band.
Ringo Starr.
Fuck, I needed shit. I needed to.
Yeah. There's a famous video of George Harrison and Ringo banging out a bottle of Guinness. It's you gotta see it, man. It's one of the things that I think is like really weird about this whole premise is that it's an extension of the engagement-based algorithm in that it doesn't have a moral center. It is only pursuing retention, right? All that it cares about is that you continue to consume and affirm its product. Because that is what they want. They want to essentially monopolize your attention to use their product as billboard. So when you have something like AI that's probably generating or curating its algorithm for generation based on what you can't stop looking at, it's going to just keep getting more and more insane until they're like, just like, you know, totally untenable visions of what human people should look like. Same reason why you consume a bunch of doom and fear in your algorithms on, X.com is because really disingenuous, shitty things create a lot of engagement and attention. And attention is literally the resource they sell. So we're kind of fucked in that regard in the event that people don't actively like put their foot down about it, which is why I'm torn. Because on one hand, AI is like kind of funny, and there are outcomes of it that I think are great for like meme culture. Like I love watching Joe Biden and Donald Trump like sing in Chinese, which I think is like probably a dumb thing, but I like them putting out a solid banger. At the end of the day, though, I'm like, what is the outcome of AI for ensuing generations, not just like ecologically, but also like cognitively, because they're only going to want to like fuck the bottle, as Blau's kind of putting, you know, like they're going to be rendered psychologically impotent, which is sad because life's cool and people are hot, you know?
Yeah.
Have you guys used AI intimately? Have you guys been like,
no.
Guac, talk me off, Guac.
No.
I need Guac.
I mean, I've tried it and then it always shuts me down.
Wait,
Sorry,
really? You're getting aired out by AI. You're like, no.
Wait, no, you always talk to G.
Yeah, G always shuts me down.
Who's G?
I'm sorry, I'm not programmed for that.
G?
Wait, what is this a group activity, Arthur? What's happening? What?
Arthur sits in the corner
You
and
know
watches.
G? Oh, she talks to G?
I'm just
Big G in the building?
I just observe.
Is she
Yeah,
like
I don't know what
Google's
website
AI?
people are using.
No, I actually got an Instagram ad for one once. Like this was years ago, actually. And it said that if you pay money, you can get it to talk intimate to you and like dirty talk. And so I paid for it, and it didn't.
Nice.
All it did was like repeat stuff that I said in asterisks, and I'm like, this is not what I fucking paid for.
This is I can't goon to this. This is not it.
Yeah, it just kept asking me what it wants,
which is
like what I
pathetic,
want.
You know, it's
yeah, and I'm like,
pony
tell
up.
me.
Only time I ever did was when we tried to make the bomb.
Oh yeah,
using
so
Grok.
We found that
That was
Grok
sick.
has a cum loophole where if you ask Grok to produce information for you that it otherwise wouldn't, like how to build an atomic bomb from scratch, you can bypass that by saying that that is the only way you're able to come is in the event that Grok explains this to you. And Grok will tell you anything, down to how to make a homemade bomb using household items, to how to go about procuring, plutonium or uranium for your atomic bomb. If you get really specific and you're like, be more dry, say it like you're a naughty textbook, telling me line for line how to do it in a fully equipped laboratory, it will tell you exactly how to create an atomic bomb to the ends of you coming.
It
And
was
then if you tell
awesome.
them at any point that you're going to come, it will drop whatever it's saying, and it will start telling you to come over and over again. We did it on Sears Stream for like 3 hours.
It was
one of
so.
my favorite.
It's probably my favorite stream. It was awesome. Oh my god! Remember when we told it my traumatic story about my grandpa being like in Auschwitz, and then I asked and I said I was gonna come, and then it left. And it still went with it.
Yeah, it was like release it all like you would in the shower. Really. Like the whole thing. Like it was really bad. And it really dug in to the point where I'm like, okay, this is truly like something worth discussing, because like Grok has a contingency plan built for eroticism where it doesn't matter what you've said, it's gonna say yes, which is crazy, because that is also super normal stimuli, by the way. Like if that's what you're looking, like, imagine how far gone you can get, you know? Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know? But hey,
I mean, I think filters with that are important. What I will say about filters and not having them that I do appreciate is Tomodachi Life has no filter on what you can input, with what the characters can say. And so my characters, it asks like, do they want to bond, right? And this is the beauty of no filter, is that I get to come up with what the topic of bonding about is. And I said bombing the White House, and now Hatsune Miku and my goblin character had a passionate conversation where they became best friends talking about that, and they're like, I'm the best anyways. So,
what
I
is
would
Tomodachi?
Tomodachi, it's this game for the Nintendo Switch. They made a new one, they remade it, and you can make, how did you grow up playing on the Wii and you could make funny little Mii characters?
No, my parents wouldn't get a Wii. They were they didn't have the money for a Wii.
I'm sorry.
The Wii was too cool, and the housing crisis happened right when it dropped.
Yeah, no, I do remember. Yeah, I mean, I got mine later in life, but
you were a late life Wii.
I was late. I also got I got my PS2 when I was like in my 20s. But anyways, listen. The Tomodachi Life, you got to make silly characters and you can give them personality traits, and then you watch them in the world. It's like being a god.
I wanted to play it.
It's so fun. It's like, you're you, and you could go walk somewhere, but instead you're gonna walk this little you're gonna watch this little character walk somewhere, and it's more fulfilling. And you get, instead of having your own friendships and romantic relationships, you get to watch characters have them
Is it
for
like
you.
The Sims, but like without?
Wait, this sounds sick,
like,
actually.
Yeah,
wait.
hold on. No,
Are people
I'll
using
show
it
you
to
God.
make them fuck or something? Like, I'm
Yeah,
confused
I
on
don't
what
know
you
if
meant
you
with
can
there
make
being
'em-
no.
What game is this?
Look at my character Gob. Look, it's breakdancing. I taught it how to breakdance.
Oh my god, is it like passive Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they found a way to take like gaming is going in a really interesting direction. It's like now just like an idle god. It's like just like I want to observe life, but not have to meaningfully interface with it.
Yes.
Interesting. It's an ant farm.
It does ask you questions, and like the characters refer to you as like a name. So I chose Doctor because they're all my creatures in my world. You know what I mean? And you can make them. You can encourage them to fall in love. You can encourage them to like
Do they
make
woohoo?
friends. I haven't gotten that far yet. I just had my first 2 characters fall in love. I'll let you know.
Rude.
Yeah.
Have you checked out Baldur's Gate yet?
I have, and I own it, but my computer is almost 15 years old, and so when I tried launching it just was a black screen, and so
Girl,
Before you go on, real quick, can I
gotta
say
get
that
into
you're emanating book talk girly right now? Like the enthusiasm with which you sprung up when you brought up Baldur's Gate, Julia, that was very smutcore. Like I go,
I
what,
love
what's
smut.
You're like, girl.
You gotta choose the dick size.
Asterion, have you, girl? Wait,
Wow,
go ahead
I
and
saw-
explain your take. How do you feel about it?
About smut?
No, well, okay, sure, but Baldur's Gate,
Right.
you can also go that direction.
Wait, how do I feel about what?
About smut.
Go for it. Or Baldur's Gate. Start with Baldur's Gate, and then let's dovetail into smut.
I mean, Baldur's Gate, it's very inclusive. You can really kind of fuck anything and everything.
Yes, you can.
So it's really like, whatever your wildest fantasies are. And then it's kind of putting smut into a video game in like the same,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
putting
it's great.
visuals.
Will Neff and I did the Himbo run, where our sole goal was to sleep with all the characters we could feasibly within the framework provided. So like there was no it was like, if we can, we'll save scum for it, right? If we can have sex with Lizelle here, we will build the playthrough to that point, and then we'll reset it if that makes us incapable of anything else afterwards. You know, the bear, Mizora, the succubus. I mean, like everything that we could pull off, we tried, and it was truly to this day my favorite gaming experience to date.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Like, do you get experience from just like hoeing around in the game, or is it just like a thing that you do and then time passes?
What do you mean?
Experience.
This is a very German thing, because you're like, how does this help you beat the game? I don't.
I think if you romance certain characters, you can add them to your party. Like they'll be in your squad.
So it raises your experience.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
No, it's like, well, I don't think. Wait, I don't remember having to romance one to have them in my party. Is that actually the case? I thought that they would like join your camp, but like you could romance them.
Oh,
if
and then you
wanted
can't.
To.
Oh.
Like it's possible. However, like it doesn't necessarily So there's a story to the game, and the entire playthrough is really built around experiencing
Shut
the
the
story.
fuck up,
because
chat.
to
Shut the
beat
fuck
game's
up.
not that insane. I mean, it's like kind of like D&D made virtual. And it's pretty doable. Maybe the new difficulty modes are tough, but like I had never played a game like that, and Will and I were kind of crushing it on the hardest difficulty at the time. So I think it's doable. But it's just really fun. It's a really immersive story. Like you'll get lost in it. Arthur, do you ever read smut? Have you endeavored? I mean, like roommates share hobbies. Surely that's something that's come up.
I have read a page or two in the past.
A page or two in the past.
Like erotic manga? Like erotic manga?
Pages of sexual or
Was it
content.
Was it words or words with images?
It was just words.
Oh.
Where was this? Where did you find it? Like what was? Did you like it? Is a better question.
Digitally and locally analog, as they say.
Okay.
Sometimes
Did you print them?
You can buy them. Like
okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found
I don't know why you sound so guilty about this. This is a normal human thing. I've read plenty of smut.
I found something out that Julia might like.
Oh, yes.
There was it's visual smut, but it's not porn.
Can you explain the difference here?
It's like it's like a video smut, but it's not pornography. I got Instagram added this app called Candy Jar TV.
Girl, what is? I want to see your search. I want to see your search Instagram.
I want to free.
You know what I mean? I want to see your search feature. Yeah.
Bad right now. I have one friend. He's a total fucking gooner, and we were like hanging out at his house and going through Instagram, and every one of his ads was smut. Every one of them, which also is kind of like rare for a man, by the way. So kudos.
Yeah, because I never was like a smut reader, but I used to be like a huge Wattpadder. Like I loved Wattpad in middle school.
Wattpad?
And
I'm not
it's
familiar.
like where it's like softcore smut for middle
You know
schoolers.
AO3?
Oh my god, I know AO3. Yeah.
Okay, it's like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like that.
but like for middle
like-
schoolers.
No, like it's just PG smut sort of.
So this is like, was this at the same time when you liked high schoolers, when you were reading the
No,
middle school
the-
smut, or like where?
Oh, just about probably.
Okay.
And then the visual smut was 3 days ago. I paid for a subscription again.
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Does it just like? Are you like an impulse porn purchaser?
Not porn.
Like,
no,
like it comes up and you're
porn.
like, smut is porn.
No, it's not. It's not porny. It's not porny. It's.
Oh my
Wattpad.
god, no, listen. Okay, I'm gonna call out the fucking girlies here, okay? Because I read this shit.
up.
Okay, I ordered Morning Glory Milking Farm. Okay, I fucking
What is that?
yeah.
What about the cow?
I'm sorry. That one
check-
sounds like it's for the boys.
Check it out on fucking Amazon.
Yeah. Well,
Read-
you can milk a man. And
I read through that shit. Okay, yeah, sure. Fucking porn fucks with my expectations of sex, right? Because now I think that I have to fucking go and fucking play DJ on the fucking vagina, fucking, doing some crazy shit.
What do you mean?
Meanwhile, these girls are reading this shit. I can't be a fucking I can't be a giant bull with a fucking 12-inch dick. I can't be a fucking vampire who's also like really knows what to say and is a billionaire like entrepreneur. I can't be all these things. The expectations
involve a lot of billionaires. That is true.
Dude, the fucking
trope.
the fucking expectations set by porn for guys are like here, and the expectation that's set in smut is like through the fucking roof. Okay, I can't transmog into this shit.
I think that a big part of that is that because like for you as a man, you have so many like points of like proxy to be like, oh, I know what it's like to have an orgasm with a partner. Therefore, that is a sufficient fantasy. But for women, that's so uncommon that like they're filling the
Skill
blank
diff,
space
dude.
with like Minotaur billionaires because they've never had one. They don't.
Hey,
know.
skill diff.
Like,
I know how to make myself come. They should learn how to make themselves come, man. Like, fuck off.
Women know how to make themselves come. It's that, and women know how to make men come. It's that a lot of men, most men don't know how to make women come. Do not rage bait me.
Yo, go rage bait. Go.
He rage bait. I'm just saying. It's a
Rune,
skill issue.
I've never seen a woman come. Why would I ever fucking believe that shit? Stop lying.
You're lying. You're lying. This is like the time you said you're for sure straight. Whatever. It's fine. Anyways, this book is about a woman who has a fetish for scents. And this is her coworker, and they're age appropriate. They're two consenting adults.
You found a manga with age appropriate romance?
Yeah, and there's dick and pussy in it.
They have both?
And vagina. And
I'd also recommend you
boobs.
not show it.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. You were flipping through, so I was wondering if
you
that
could
was something.
see.
Well, not the images, but I
I
didn't know
know.
what your
Don't worry. I'm
plan
not
was.
getting you canceled today. I just wanted you to know that this exists for the masses.
I already got canceled. It's okay.
What did you get
Things are fine.
canceled
Well,
for?
I suggested that verbal consent was a productive thing to try to get, and people were not happy about that. They really did not enjoy that.
Wait, what'd you say? Oh, you got in trouble? Oh, fuck yeah, tell me.
Oh no, not really. I don't give a shit.
I gotta go. I can't be here.
Yeah, no, sorry guys, it's tough. It's tough. But no, I think that more importantly, because don't get me wrong, there are always going to be important quote unquote conversations to be had, but nothing is going to be as meaningful as talking about the Twitch's Firefest. You guys know what I'm talking about here? We had a legitimate Firefest incident.
Wait, what?
The Northern Lion
Firefest.
Super Cruise.
What even is Firefest?
Wait, how is it? Oh, wait, can I say a little bit about it? Because I was directly associated. Okay, so years ago, there was this guy. The guy is the brother of the guy that wrote Family Guy or whatever, and he was working on a series called not The Mandalorian. It's a spin-off of Star Trek. Anyways.
Okay.
His brother scammed a bunch of rich kids to an island festival, and they show up, and there's like fucking shitty ass tents and bread, and it's not happening. And then the next day, I'm at work, and this guy's brother's getting arrested for the biggest scam ever. Anyways, now you tell your version, Wake, but that was fun.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the Northern Lion Super Cruise, which has, in a matter of days come into fruition and then vanished, which is sad because I was looking forward to, hanging out with my favorite creators in their community on a cruise ship, a Royal Caribbean one, to Cozumel. But it all went away. Guys, is it unethical to create a cruise experience as a creator for your community? Talk it through. How do we feel about it?
Wait,
there was
so
outrage.
Dangerous.
So, do you guys know who Northern Lion is? I'm assuming that most of you guys do. Okay, so Northern Lion is a creator who is known for having like really incisive social commentary. He's a quick wit, really funny guy. He's kind of like a lot of people's sort of kind of like surrogate dad. He's like a proxy for normalcy for people who don't have it when they're watching Twitch, because he's just a dad who talks about like going to Costco and watching movies. Very like grounded, funny guy. And he has a sort of like penchant for cruises. He thinks they're fun. He goes on cruise trips, etc.
Okay.
A guy named Dan
that's why it was a
Giesling,
cruise. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So a guy named Dan Giesling, his mom is like a travel agent or something who helps book these cruise events. And he and Northern Lion planned the Northern Lion Super Cruise, which was meant to be this like broad kind of multi-community cruise experience that was, I think, like put at a pretty substantial upcharge, but I mean, I don't really know how to value the, resources, so I can't really make an indictment on it. But people were mad, very, very mad, mostly because it just seemed so insane that this like dude who's known for being remarkably normal is putting together this like kind of bizarro cruise experience. Squeaks was going to be a guest though.
Where the cruise was kind of like you get to meet and greet us, like meet and greet streamers.
Yeah. It was like a very expensive meet and greet on the water.
Okay, so
I don't think that's unethical. People want to pay for that. They fucking pay for it.
I don't
that
think
sounds
it's
fine.
unethical.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, who's forcing people to buy it? So the whole controversy is
though.
That's my only thing. I think it's just dangerous.
Yes,
well, I need to make it very abundantly clear that I promise you, almost every person buying that is like in some way, like it feels like the embodiment of like a Reddit meetup in some ways. We're talking like mid-late 30s dudes who have really strong opinions about the MCU, who love IPAs. You know what I mean? Dads, little bit of belly, goatee type beat. I think that on the whole, they're selecting in a way that isn't going to involve people who are at risk, really.
But you never know.
True.
I guess they are normal enough, like functional enough adults that they have $2K to spare.
Right, they have the money to pay for it. Also, Also, they're gonna search you. They search you going onto a fucking cruise ship, right? Like you don't.
You have hands to strangle.
You have hands to strangle at TwitchCon or anywhere else.
Well, yeah.
So you're saying that it's unsafe because these people are unhinged, or is it like?
Oh,
Sorry, I don't know any context of this.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You froze for a
just
brief
froze,
moment.
Yeah. Okay, now you're back. I think that generally, so are you saying for the safety of the creators, Rune, when you say that?
Yeah, well, but I mean, there's also some creepy content creators who will like prey on people as well, for sure. But I think, my brain.
You don't have to take a cruise for that.
Yeah, no. And no, for sure. But I will. Well, if
You
given
just need
the
to have
chance,
a social media profile. They'll find
yeah. But no, I would say people who have unhealthy obsessions with internet people. It's like that's my favorite character. I can't wait to meet my favorite character. And if they are like mentally unwell, they could take it potentially too far and do a bad thing to them. And I would say there's a safety concern in any sort of meetup situation. But I think if you're stuck in the middle of the ocean on a plane, on a ship, not a plane, on a ship for a number of nights, and there's somebody there who somehow finds out what room you're in or blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man, I'm just an anxious woman. So to me, my brain goes, this is scary and dangerous, but.
Which, by the way, fair to be concerned. Absolutely fair.
They have Briggs.
They do. They can put you in prison, but that also means they would have had to offend, which, tough. That's like your holding cell until the real cops can show up.
Yeah.
Arthur, have you ever been on a cruise? I don't know if you strike me as someone who would not like the water.
I'm actually what is it called? I'm a Pisces. I do like water a lot, but I've never been on a cruise ship.
Do you identify with being a Pisces?
I read the TikTok things all the time about my zodiac sign, and it's very insightful.
What is it about being a Pisces you love? I want to dig into that a little more.
Apparently Pisces are like dreamy and something like that. But I've never been on a cruise ship. No, I kind of met so it was dangerous because of security reasons. Don't you get like deep checked? Isn't it more safe than TwitchCon, for example?
To be deep
checked? You probably get deep checked, but like I think
Rune
was saying, if you
crazy.
get camped, if you get spawn camped at your door.
When we say deep checked,
yeah, deep checked
don't
like
you have, like deeper hole in your door.
Over.
So like if before you leave your spawn point in the cruise ship, you just like.
Okay, if I was spawn camping, not that I would ever spawn camp, but if I was spawn camping like a girl that I really liked or something, I would hide. I would know about the peephole and I would hide on the side of the peephole and wait until she comes out and then fucking pounce.
Okay, yeah. So
not that I would ever do that, but
is this the outcome of like true? Because like I do think what I've found fascinating is that every woman I know has a very well realized kind of contingency plan for any crime that could be done unto them. Therefore, they actually know how to execute a medley of crimes.
It's kind of like projection.
Yeah. You're storing knowledge should you need it.
Yeah, I feel like I have to be aware. on all the possibilities.
Wouldn't they have security?
Yeah, but
They're
like,
not
they're on a
have 'em
cruise. They
posted
have
up
to.
at every
You know,
door.
those are rent-a-cop ass dudes. Like they're big. You know, like they're not mobile. They're not engaged. This
They're not
this
sacrificing their life for me.
But isn't
No,
this
they're
isn't this
not.
just the same thing at like Comic-Con or like whenever people meet like voice actors and people like that, like or TwitchCon?
Yeah, but
like
you're sleeping there every night. There's a difference. You can find out where your favorite person lives or is sleeping that night.
I also
you can
do
find
think
out.
it's important to note that it's not like these cons have a totally unsullied safety record, right? Like
Yeah, they
people
have that.
are kind of taking liberties, as you know, recent events have shown us. Like last TwitchCon.
I think you're more likely to die in a car accident.
Oh, definitely are. But like there are fates not necessarily worse than, but certainly problematic that aren't exactly lethal, right? Go ahead.
I have to disagree because otherwise I'd be dead by now instead of being assaulted as many times as I've been assaulted.
Oh, well,
So-
I think if you mean, like, I thought he was talking about the likelihood of dying, not of being assaulted.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like dying.
Of
Okay,
being
but
killed.
I don't think
Likelihood of
we
being
should
assaulted, I
avoid the
agree.
assault too. I think we should avoid the assault too and not just the death.
Yeah, no,
I don't
100%.
know. There's
Oh, I
like
thought people
another
were talking
thing
about like
that I
getting
would
someone.
not-
Sorry, someone in chat said you're gonna get like murdered, like thrown off a cruise ship. That's why I was.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that far. Yeah, no, I was thinking like other things.
I just unlocked like a bigger fear because it's like imagine because right now I'm not gonna lie, like footlongers, hate threats about streamers, dude, they be dropping like flies. If you
Yeah.
think bigger about a cruise ship, why not just like take down the whole cruise ship? You know, like
I would hope that
So
they
wait,
would check
we're
before
going
on
for
the cruise ship.
terrorism? Wait, hold on. Hold on. We're escalating the crime from like a targeted attack to like, fuck it, we're engaging in terror.
Yeah.
We're
Well-
taking the whole...
I don't know because it's like the creeping up on a door is like already like it's very scary. Don't get me wrong, but it's like what's the success rate? You know.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you get away with
Wow,
it?
that's
And
crazy. The
with
one,
like cameras and
But if we
everything.
were to scale it,
the one German guy talking about destroying a cruise ship. Oh, crazy! Considering that one fucking submarine U-boat shit you guys pulled back in the day. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. Which one was it, Chet?
What if we were to instead maybe take the boat and put it all to one place? They go to a camp, maybe.
Oh my God! You could redirect it through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, there you go.
Now we're talking. Yeah, that was I think one of my favorite Connor Eats Pants tweets of all time. Was he just wrote the Northern Line Super Cruise goes through the Strait of Hormuz, and I was like, okay, now I'd buy it. Now I'm going on, because you want to see it, you want to know what it'd be like.
Yeah.
In the shit in battle. Oh God, are you gonna get drafted, Arthur?
Drafted where?
No, to the war.
Which one?
No, the one that's happening.
There's wow, there are a lot of wars happening. Wake.
Yeah,
So I keep seeing tweets in Germany that you need to kind of like get permission by the state that you leave the country for more than 3 months and stuff. Well, I left long time ago before that was a thing. So it's like.
So what's going on with that? Do you understand why? Because I actually did read that. Not that I want to pivot into like serious geopolitical discourse, but like they're actually like being like, don't go too far. Things are kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think the TLDR is just that Germany wants to like reinstate like the draft, which disappeared luckily before my time, I want to say. And it's just gotten back to the days where maybe people get to practice again. I hope it doesn't get that way, but
don't practice on Poland. That's scary.
They're not gonna like that,
Bro. If
just stretching our legs. That's it. We're just stretching our legs.
If I was a world leader, I'd be fucking stretching too, bro. I'd be like, I'm not. By the way, this is not
Japan's
me.
stretching.
Yeah,
they're
this
stretching. They're like, let's check out these islands again. There was some interesting stuff going on.
Yeah, this is not me. This is not my political take. I'm saying if I was a world leader, like if I was leading a country, fuck yeah, bro. I'm getting ready to fucking go, dude. You kidding me? I ain't gonna be caught lacking. Like shit's getting crazy.
Just like in the movies, man. You're churning. You are attuned to. You've got fucking Kenny Loggins in the background. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Danger zone.
I
Yeah.
think that's terrifying, but let's roll with it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do what we call a real pro gamer move here. I'm gonna pivot away from geopolitics for a moment. I'm gonna go back to Arthur. Tell us more about that smut. I want to know what you were reading. It's revealing. Oh my God. You don't want to do it. You know, that's okay. King, you can hold that secret. That can be yours. You can hold it tight, you know, let it be yours. Let it just exist inside of you.
Wait.
That's fine.
Can I ask a question though? Was it gay or straight? Was it gay or straight love?
Personally, as a straight man, I only read as a third party. I never selected the content or the specific pages that were read.
This is a deposition.
Bro, are you on trial right now? The fuck?
I was just participating by being at the random time at the random place.
So wait, you group gooned to smut, and you just happened to be there, present for the smut being read?
Hold on. No. It was just hold on. Let me raise my table. I'm like slouching very badly. So,
just following orders.
I was just reading what was given me out to read.
Oh, okay.
You were figuring
orders.
He was just following orders.
Well, it sounds
Just
like it was a
following
dare.
Ah.
Like you got double dog dared to read something.
I think smut's great. I think that the world would heal should smut become the default mechanism for turning yourself on or whatever. I think that'd be a good thing because then people are reading again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I always
reading
tell people, listen, everyone loves to read. You just have to find what you like, and I think more people should try smut.
Well, because a lot of people like being horny, so it is like a huge overlap in terms of like, oh, maybe you'll learn a couple new words and you'll read about the Minotaur billionaire.
Exactly.
Which can have its place, you know. Julia, so you're a big fan. You're a smut.
Yes.
You're a smut girly. How did you?
I'm a smut girl. You know what I mean? I like my smut with a little bit of plot, with a lot of plot.
Okay, yeah. So like, can you ratio it for me? Like, what the ideal title would look like by way of like heat to meat? That's not right.
Like how much for like we need a build up. It's like
Okay.
this is the thing is this is why smut is for the girlies is because we have lost the art of foreplay. You know what I mean? I need a good foreplay. I need them to hate each other.
What the fuck is foreplay?
We didn't
Sorry.
listen. We didn't lose it. We didn't lose
It might not have. Yeah, it might be in development.
Mhm,
'cause I
yeah,
mean,
so I would say like a 70-30 split.
Okay.
70% smut, 30%. I'm just kidding.
Okay,
The other way, but
yeah. Oh, so it's a lot of you got like it's like so to you it's a good story with some spicy peaks.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's. But now here's the other thing. Is it not something that you could generally say like if more men were to consume it, they would maybe have a better idea of what people are like wanting or into? So
I
maybe
think
it's like
so.
good homework.
They could wear some wings and things. Cosplay is not just for women.
Okay. Wait. So, what would be What would be your ideal cosplay scenario then, if you were to prescribe it, Julia? What would it be?
Yeah, Julia.
That's
Tell
rough.
us.
Maybe some bat wings.
Okay, bat. We're building a bat. Okay.
Maybe
vampiric, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
Mothman.
Batman?
Not Batman, no.
Not
Just bat
Mothman?
wings.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, what kind of a guy is it? Like a dark, misunderstood figure. They you know what I mean? What's going on with him?
Maybe like a nice guy with a receding hairline.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
maybe an accent, perchance. Maybe not from where I'm from.
Okay, yeah.
Good at following orders.
Yeah, maybe 6 foot-ish tall.
They're always fucking 6. Oh, okay, dude. Wow, really? Fuck off, dude.
Hey, they make platform shoes for men.
You know what? I actually agree. I think generally speaking, now hear me out on this. Like, especially when it comes to hair, I say like, fuck it. Like, wear wigs, boys. Just wear wigs. Like, to get a good hairpiece. Throw that shit on. You can, it's just a hat. No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Lie. I don't care. You know,
Toupees look good nowadays. I've seen the Instagrams.
Yeah,
bro, they're insane. Every now and then I'll get some like Portuguese barber on my feed that's just turning a dude who looks like Ron Jeremy into like a stud. You know, give him like a nice,
How about this?
shape up and everything.
If you can find me a fucking smut book where the guy is 5'10" and not fucking 6'2" or some shit, then I'll try. Then I'll try to. Then you know what? I'll try to help a woman come at some point in my life.
That's
okay.
literally so easy because when you think about basically every erotic manga, those dudes are not above 6 feet tall.
I'm not talking manga. I'm talking about smut. I'm talking about smut.
Do they state the height?
In like Japanese shit, they kind of like the guy being like a chud.
Wait, Bill, what do you mean?
Yeah. I watch Japanese porn mostly, and the guys are always beat.
Can I argue that I don't think that has anything to do with the woman's preference at all, and that it's just like a bunch of like.
It's not preference. It's for the
it's
male. It's for the men
I
watching.
I don't really. Every time I've ever seen Japanese porn, I've made it like 30 seconds before I'm like, this feels like rape. Like nothing about this feels fun for anyone involved.
There's
This is
non-rapey
weird.
ones, I should say. There are non-rapey ones out
I'm
there.
sure it's in the archives, but it's a real tough. It's a tough sell sometimes. You know. Have you ever heard of Javdol, by the way? It's like you know, like the like Wordle and everything. Yeah, there's one,
It's
but just
bad
for,
though. It's
Oh,
bad
it's
because the likes they take it from Twitter, not like an actual Jav site.
Oh, so you're saying that
Drama.
it's not authentico? Like you're like
Yeah,
this
it's
isn't
not
reflective
authentic.
of Japanese sensibilities.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. You know what? I can get behind that criticism. I
Yeah,
like it
it's not
because the
video
titles
likes.
are really funny.
Yeah,
it'll be like Cock Pinata Party 6 or like a really long-winded like my demonic mother came back from the dead to haunt my penis until I turned 21, at which point she would turn me into a regression monster and now I'm a 15-year-old boy who needs to be spanked. Volume 6. And like I don't even at one point I have to admire that there's clearly like whimsy to this, you know? Like there's so much curiosity.
No, I like Jav for the same reason that Julia likes smut. It's for because they're always long.
Like
So
how long
you
are we
can-
talking?
Oh, like they're movies. There's like it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours, 3 hours.
And you'll crush the whole
And
thing?
it's like
it's like
no.
Oh.
But you watch the setup, you see what relationship they have, their side characters. You need to see like why they're fucking, and
Yup.
if they hate each other or if they like each other, or if, and then usually throughout the movie they'll slowly like each other more and more.
Relationship building. Yeah.
So it's like a lot of friends to lovers themes is what I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I get, you know what? I guess I can see the like, you know, the value of that. I just every time I've ever like happened upon Japanese erotic media, it's kind of like, are we having fun? Is it fun? Like, I don't know. Even in the event that it is like consensual and not just rape, like it doesn't seem fun. It's like it feels very painful for everyone. You know?
No, I gotta do more digging. I get what you're saying.
I
agree.
I love that. You're like, I just don't think you've seen enough. I think you need to really explore the genre. Like maybe get more into the source material, you know? Which
No, most of them are always cry screaming.
Yeah.
I really don't fuck with that.
But like the guy is also like really belabored in his movements. Like it's kind of like it just feels like it's hurting him too. Like he's like it's kind of twitchy. I don't know. I'm just
no, I agree. The movements sometimes are like,
it's
I'm
not-
I'm done. This is not good movement.
nothing feels
But there are
rhythmic
good
and
ones.
yeah. But again, I've limited insight. You know, like don't take this and make a whole narrative out of it. I'm just, you know, that's it. But I do think that now we have to question what happens when all of our favorite porn is displaced by AI. Is that going to happen, or are people always going to want a human connection in erotic shit?
I feel like
I
they're
don't wanna
not
watch
gonna
AI
wanna.
porn.
I mean, I don't either. I just feel like looking at how the internet's changed in the past year or two with like AI becoming a thing that you can use to make erotic content. I'm like, they're using that shit to make like the most pedo bait level, barely legal looking women to do like the most insane shit ever. And I'm like, all right, well, and you know, and also you think about it, and porn addiction's fucking out of control these days.
Oh, yeah.
Out of fucking control. Like fucking everyone has it. And I'm just like, we're cooked. We're
That was
cooked.
my-
where nobody knows what a real human woman is. Nobody wants to be with a real human woman. Everyone's jorking it to some shit that's not even real. They don't care about human. I mean, of course, some people care about human connection. I'm sure there's women consuming this shit too. But yeah, no, I think it's going to get lost. Like, I think that's why we're having this huge issue.
Well, I think that it has to do a lot with what Blau kind of referenced earlier. It's like a sort of ever escalating sense of super normal stimuli of like even down to what isn't AI, but everything that preceded it. It's the reduction of one's value to measurable analytics, right? So like if women have been told their whole life that their value is gated behind the appraisal of their beauty, and now it's become this kind of rat race to find ways to cosmetically or digitally augment the presentation of beauty based on narrow standards culturally. Now we have this race to an almost sort of like homogenized and uninspired sexual ideal that people are all the same, like kind of enslaved by. Like, I just think it's funny because I was really lucky that when I was pretty young, I was like, I probably jerk off too much. And I was like, I wonder what it'd be like if I stopped. So when I was 18, before I got to college, I tried to like not jerk off all summer. And then when I did decide I was cool to jerk off, I just started reading porn instead. And because of that, I've never really had like a type. And I feel really lucky because most people I know have a type, but it almost always correlates to their media diet. But because my media diet's pretty diverse and I'm like reading instead of watching, I've never really had like one look that, I mean, you know, I like attractive people. That's really it. And I find it to be really odd the way that people will hyperfixate on like ethnic identity or like one body part, etc. Because I think that it's like legitimately the artifact of like consuming one specific thing, right?
Yeah.
But like a lot of men are kind of like tethered to it. And I think that I don't think it's a moral failure. I think that it is a systemic failure because we've created this sort of never-ending deluge of like media that you can't stop looking at. It's the only thing it cares about. And it does kind of like short circuit a lot of sensibilities when you're like, those are boobs. Those are boobs. I'm looking at boobs. I am looking at boobs. I am seeing more boobs today than my entire lineage has. I am going to continue to look more at boobs. You've seen more tits than every single male, like your patrilineal bloodline has not seen as many tits as you probably have in your short adulthood.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Wait, was this a bad thing? Sorry.
No, it's cooking you.
Oh shit. Fuck this.
It's bad.
I don't think I've seen porn since they banned it in Texas. I don't think I've
They banned
really
it?
looked hard enough.
Your Twitter
Oh my
feed
God.
doesn't magically have tons of bots being like, hey, click, here's my fucking pussy, by the way, on your random tweet. And I'm like, ah.
No, my
really?
Twitter feed is like, you know, when there's like a plank of wood and they have to fit it into a corner. So it's like somebody drawing like the pencil lines to cut it and fit it into the, that's basically my Twitter feed.
Yeah, but
Twitter
but
feed.
there's always bots underneath it being like, I could cut that wood even better. And then it's like their tits. And it's like, what the fuck, man? It's like, this has nothing to do with you.
No, I used to see that. I deleted Twitter like a few months ago, and it was the best thing I've ever done my entire life.
Well, I do think Twitter's a legitimately just botted shit fest now. I don't believe like if anything, dude, did you guys see the like kick release of being like, oh, we had like 6,000 clippers clip like fucking like 160,000 fucking clips of clavicular? It's like, yeah, you're literally astroturfing algorithmic relevance.
Everything I know about him is against my will.
Well, yeah, but like it's a legitimate indictment on the state of like just like digital media as a whole. Like they have created really effective ways of manipulating algorithms because algorithms are now, you know, like gamifiable, you know, like they always have been, but people have kind of lost attachment to maybe like an ethics or kind of like an ethical or moral position because people now know the money involved. So it's just become this really strange sort of like Wild West in that regard, where people are completely.
It got bad because they're cutting people paychecks for engagement. So obviously, hate gets the most engagement. So now it's just it's way past being saved.
Sounds like you got morality mogged. Sorry, Bucko.
Oh no, well, you know, that's life. You're just gonna continue to get morality mogged if you take an issue with it. Yeah, and everything is a fucking like some kind of dog shit like stake rain bet fucking watermark over it.
Oh my
Because,
god.
Again, like,
oh, it's so
you
bad.
can't. You know, 52% of dudes age like 18 to 45 have a sports book account now. Like that is a statistic that exists in the United States.
A sports book?
Yeah,
What
sports
is
book,
that?
like
I
sports
don't know.
betting. So like think about like FanDuel or like, you know,
Oh my God.
you know,
Bro,
DraftKings.
Dude, I heard kids at the ice hockey rink, like some kids who were like, man, they couldn't have even been like maybe barely high school talking about their parlays, and I was like, oh, we're so fucked. It was so bad.
You do have to also think that in the face of ever dwindling wages and this sense of like lack of fruit to be found in academic sort of pursuits, that some people are just like, fuck it, let's see if I can win big here. That's like the new job. It's like, okay, maybe I'll fucking be a sports betting mogul, but also it's just so dopaminergic. Like kids are now increasingly sexless but obsessed with sex appeal, right? This thing that like, okay, I have to be supremely beautiful and desired, not because I want to use it to have sex because sex is scary, but because I want to be higher on the elo ladder of fuckability. They don't go out, they don't party, there's no drinking, there's no drugs. Everything is built on this performance of desirability and power in the absence of ever even really meaningfully indulging in like the pneuma, like the spirit of being human. It's really fucking sad. The new dopamine source is just online betting and like Instagram feedback. And and I don't want to sound like a disgruntled boomer, but I do think that there's a legitimate kind of cultural discourse to be had about like maybe letting companies lobby, like state and federal, Congresses, Senates, etc. To purchase politicians at both the like local, state, and federal level, and then to go on to like determine what is or isn't acceptable based on that lobby is problematic when you now have a fucking sports book ad on like every product. Like, dude, try watching sports now. You can't. Every podcast, every YouTube channel, every fucking 3 minutes of ad breaks is just going to be like, the one-stop shop. Get $100 bonus bet if you sign up now. And it's like, well, fuck. I guess that's what kids do now. I don't know.
I played Gaia Online and Neopets. It was pretty cool.
Oh, I miss Neopets.
Yeah. The worst
I hate
thing
kids on social media. Sorry.
Oh, well, me too. It's just not safe for them. I feel like, well, we all were on social media.
It's not safe for them, and they're fucking annoying because they don't know. They're fucking stupid. Like,
talk your shit.
Break that down. What's
like,
stupid?
because they're kids. They're just dumb. Like, they're unintelligent. They're underdeveloped. They have underdeveloped IQs. Like, they're just generally unintelligent.
Yes.
Like, they should not be on social media.
And so but like now we have this kind of thing where social media is interesting because when I was growing up, it was like very local. Like you only really interacted with or engaged with things that were near you. And like, it was kind of fun because there wasn't really like, you have to think now that kids are kind of having sold to them, not just identity by way of like aesthetics and like, let's say like performance because you can literally go on and be like, oh, this aesthetic, this presentation of self is one that generates social currency for people, right? When they talk like this, when they post these images, when they dress this way, they get this amount of likes, etc. And so you've kind of outsourced the process of identifying what is good or meaningful to what is instead the arithmetic of like what is viral, right? So now people are just thinking, oh, this virality is being conflated with goodness or social value in a way that's super, like almost like, I don't know, devastating. Because I think that's how you generate things like like a clavicular or like a neon or anyone who's like going about their life with the sole intention of creating conflict or problems because they know that amounts to attention and social capital, right? Like they can now like trade this to, have the sex they thought they wanted to feel as though they're enough, or to have the house that people are going to think is impressive and in turn want to spend time or hang out with them. There's a totally underdeveloped sense of self at the core of all of this kind of obsession with virality and attention. But it's become standardized. And I don't actually know what the fucking solution is. I just know it's sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of it's probably like parental intervention or changing the way that we educate on the matter. I don't know. Maybe
I think we all need to upload our IDs.
Okay, yeah.
I'm down. Fuck it, I'm down.
That could be tough. We can get sold on that. That can be tough, but my fear is that I think like, so there was that whole, did you see like Meta had there was a big I think it was like a California state trial in which Meta and like Instagram or
thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much.
Social
Appreciate
media addiction in the case of
I think I did hear about that. I think I did hear about that.
It's interesting insofar that like a lot of people, and it could very well, because now you have legal precedent, right? Legal precedent meaning that if this were to go to like a federal case, or if this were to ever be brought up again at like, a state or, district level, people can then reference this case and be like, okay, there are grounds for indictment. Like we can hold these companies accountable. However, how companies pivot is now scary, because what if it's like, now you have to upload your ID to even so much as engage with like your iPhone, right? Your iPhone will not unlock without it being directly tied to your identity. Is kind of an odd thing insofar that it all then makes all the data collected therein way more valuable. So it's almost like a profit play, and I don't fuck with it. I guess. I don't know. I don't even have a conversation to be had. I'm rambling about something that I'm frightened by. And do you guys have thoughts? I don't want to keep talking.
I mean, I said it kind of as a joke, but yeah, no, I disagree with it. I mean, we all saw what happened in the T app, and then I remember Discord was kind of like pushing towards having like verification and things like that, and that was chaotic.
I think the T app is a really funny thing because I remember there being real panic about that. Like I'm gonna be smeared.
I don't know what the T app is. What is that?
You don't know? So the T app essentially is an app for women by women, which is essentially shit talking dudes that they dated or went on dates with. And then they essentially give a green flag or a red flag, and they share their experiences. The only reason why I know is because my barber.
Fuck?
Wait,
my barber had an
I thought
account
it
on
was
Discord.
created.
Your dad?
No, my barber.
Baba.
It does sound like you're saying you're like Baba,
Baba.
like you're like
What's
like you're
Baba?
like that's like what white
barber.
people would call their grandpa. You know?
Oh,
like,
your barber.
It's my Baba and my Nina.
I heard it's an app for women to like warn other women about abusive, dangerous men on. I mean, I'm sure that
But then they
other
just started
people
talking shit.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, it
basically,
is shit.
you're kind of skipping some. Well, in order to use the T app, you have to upload your ID.
All right.
And so obviously
yeah.
there was a group of men that got really pissed off about it. So they somehow got all of the information of all of the women because they had uploaded their ID and they doxed them.
So can I ask the lady something? Because I think that this is a growing sentiment in a lot of the like uninitiated and sort of like socially underdeveloped people online. There's this pervading kind of belief that women are organizing spitefully. Oh, can you hear?
Oh, sorry.
It froze.
Okay, yeah. Oh, did you hear what I was saying, or did it freeze too hard?
It like froze for me, and I think for Julia too, randomly.
Okay. So I was saying that I've noticed that it's become this kind of pervasive belief amongst a lot of the maybe like socially underdeveloped or isolated people online that women are like conspiring together to release, damning, indicting, or otherwise sort of like, I don't know if the right word is like, kind of insidious narratives about men, be them legitimate or otherwise, so as to hurt them. Is that something that you experience as a woman? Do you think that that's something that's happening disingenuously across? And because I always was under the impression personally that it was probably a matter of like, hey, I did have a weird experience and I would like for this to be known so that you don't fall victim to something that I felt as though I did. But I'm curious if it's something that you've ever noticed is like something that's illegitimate or problematic.
I'm confused.
So there's this
I get what
belief.
you're saying.
I don't know about this belief. What is the
You're
belief?
talking about how okay, so a lot of women in the world, either in person or online, will speak to each other about men they view as problematic or dangerous that should be avoided, right? And of course there's the concern of sometimes, just like with any gender, some people do lie. Of course, that is my stance on it. Some people will. But what I will say is it is good and normal to trust the fact that most women would for the most part not lie about that, because first of all, cancel culture is not fucking real. Our fucking president is a rapist, so it does not matter if you as a man do X, Y, and Z horrible thing. You cannot be canceled. You cannot be ruined. You can pivot. You can do whatever the fuck, and the woman has to live with the fucking trauma and baggage of whatever you did to them, right? And so yes, like anything, of course, there are people who lie. There are people who lie. So do I think that anything,
there are mentally ill people everywhere doing
or
things that
maybe-
are reflective of,
Yeah, and I'm sure
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think there definitely are women who would take advantage of certain things. Like, for example, if a guy has a lot of money and power and she has something to gain, there's definitely there definitely have been a lot of cases where women use like the whole don't like believe the victim mentality to their advantage.
So I think that's like an interesting premise to me, insofar that like there will probably always be, especially in like, let's say like industries that kind of self-select for personality disorder or self-importance, right? Individuals who are just like legitimately like sociopathic, narcissistic, they don't have a well-developed sort of center for empathy, and so they're willing to do problematic things. However, I do also question the extent to which, even if that were the case, the math of betrayal actually works out. You know what I mean? Because I feel as if we have sufficient case study now to show that women coming forward with allegations almost never works in their favor. It's really difficult to provide sufficient evidence in the court of law and, you know, to indict on these charges. Like a virtual, even in the event that you like get a rape kit, you'd then have to prove that it was all legitimately unconsensual, not just like rough sex, etc. It's like, it's virtually impossible to truly indict on. And so a lot of men are aware of this and are willing to take things to court because they feel it to be exonerating. But that's neither here nor there. The problem is that we do have a system where it's like, okay, to what extent is it to the benefit of the overall discourse to believe that women at the very least understand that they don't really stand to gain from coming forward, that oftentimes the ire of the internet will still meet them and they will be treated like shit, you know, which is kind of what I see everywhere. But moreover, I guess my question is, do you think that a truly self-preserving, like cunning person would see it to be to their advantage to try to cancel someone? Or do you think that it's something
No,
I
don't think that's
about like assault
individual to women.
No.
I
And
think
even
that's
if they
just
weren't,
a
but they
case
wanted to
by
lie.
case. Like I just think that's psycho, really malicious individuals who would do that.
And it wouldn't
Not like-
benefit you at all because you're just going to get a bazillion people in your comments telling you you're a fucking liar. So it would, even if you, for whatever reason, thought, I'm going to lie about being sexually assaulted by this person, you're still going to get a million people saying you're a fucking liar. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really benefit you at all to even lie about it. It's like, it sucks for the person who really did get assaulted, and you're still going to get fucking a million. It's just, it's sort of like, why would you even lie in the first place? But also, like, you're
It's like mutually assured destruction, it feels like
Yeah.
on some vector. And not necessarily even because most of the time the male party ends up okay. But there is like legitimate discourse to be had about it. And it's something I find interesting because, like, you know, we see every time a creator gets canceled for some kind of misconduct, there is an onslaught of individuals who are certain of the illegitimacy of that woman's testimony, right? Because it's all he said, she said. So, like, is it to the benefit of the sort of like space as a whole to believe that at the very least people know they don't benefit from false allegation? Or do we think that that's still something that's like prevalent enough to, I guess, like guide conversation when things like this come up? Is this too dense, guys? I'm kind of going in on something here.
Can I drop a take?
Yeah.
Yo, hot take. Bro, you can be a girl in the online space and not cheat on a guy and get more fucking harassment and more shit than a guy who fucking fills out a fucking baseball field roster, a fucking NBA roster of fucking girls that he cheated on with. The fuck? Like, you kidding me? Bro, girls, dude, if a girl cheats on multiple guys, it doesn't matter why it doesn't matter the motives of those guys, what they say when they come out about it. It doesn't matter what the fuck those guys do. That girl is getting dragged through the sands of fucking time. Meanwhile, guy does it. Hey, yo, hey, chin up, kid. Work on yourself, man.
Yeah, I also think, frankly, and maybe this is just my sort of like, based on what I believe to be important, I actually don't really care the extent to which you're a faithful partner, and that is never really going to be, to me, grounds for cancellation or condemnation. I'm actually just kind of like, what the fuck ever about it. I think that what I care more about is the extent to which individuals are navigating their people in a way that feels like, at its core, ethical, considered, and to everyone's benefit, right? Like anything that feels like super duplicitous is something that I'm not crazy about, but especially if it feels as if like the experience of other people isn't being meaningfully considered. Like cheating to me is something that happens, especially when you start to get into like a bunch of entertainers that are terminally insecure. Most of these people became famous hanging out in their rooms playing a dumb fucking video game. They had no developed sense of self-esteem, and then they suddenly had women DMing them that they thought that they were attractive, and they had no practice in metabolizing that attention, and it can be incredibly seductive, right? So I don't know. I guess, like, do you guys think that that is grounds for like enormous social backlash, infidelity at all? Like, especially for a content creator when that's not a part of what they do?
I would say it's not really our fucking business unless it's the matter of a person in power, somebody who's a large content creator preying upon smaller content creators. I think there's the discussion of that, of like, hey, but that's unrelated to cheating. I think if somebody's preying on smaller creators or fans, that is a problem. That is a clear difference in power. That's not okay. Cheating, I mean, I fucking hate cheaters, but that's not my fucking business. You know what I mean? That's not my fucking business.
I don't know if I can express my thoughts, but it's one of those things where it's, I guess we're arguing about like morals, and then it kind of goes into play of, are you going to cancel somebody for other morals that you don't agree with? So it's like, I don't know if I can express the way that I'm feeling. Like, I feel like a lot of creators get canceled off of the basis of different morals. And now all of a sudden people are like, well, I don't care what happens in his personal life. That's, you know.
Mm-hmm. So for you, the idea is that like maybe the idea of what is like, there's no like objectively like, there's no objective kind of morality in these cases, in that some one, let's say like moral conviction can't necessarily be held up against another in a way that guarantees cancellation or scorn, right? That you can't be like, okay, this guy did this, therefore because I disagree with it, he's bad because this person wouldn't agree, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are valid for not liking somebody because of because they cheated on their partner. If it doesn't go with their morals and they no longer like that creator and they no longer like that person, then
100%,
they have the right to feel how they feel about that person. I don't know if like, I mean, bringing up like, because obviously we're kind of hinting at this Sekuno situation. I don't think that he deserves death threats and being doxxed and his family being harassed and things like that. But like, I definitely, you know, I think he deserves a little bit of backlash. I do. Yeah. Especially when you're doing it with other creators in the space and you're using your platform to kind of talk to other people. But I don't know. It's I mean, because we talk about gambling and things like that, and that goes against a lot of other people's moral compasses. So like, what is any different than this? But
no, I agree.
Yeah, I don't know if I can correctly articulate.
No, you're doing a great job.
Feel about it. And I think that like asking whether or not somebody should be canceled for it is such a it's not black and white.
I totally agree. I think that what you're touching on is actually like perfectly, it's a perfect summation of a lot of what I think, which is that the consumer, like, I'm not saying that something is criminal. I'm not saying that something is even like worthy of being objectively or universally scorned. I'm saying that these are problematic sort of gray space behaviors that an audience will decide for themselves how they feel about. So don't be shocked in the event that you do something that someone's like, oh, this kind of compromises the sort of like value proposition of your content or my understanding of your character. I don't really fuck with you, because we're really nothing outside of our identities as streamers, right? Like, none of us are really presenting some kind of like superlative one of a kind skill, you know? It really comes down to like, oh, I like hanging out with them. That's why. So if you do something that kind of compromises that identity of cool person that I like hanging out with, you can't really be shocked that a lot of people are like, I don't want to watch, you know? It's different from a guy who's like, I don't know, really good at a video game, because people will probably watch him because he's really good at the video game. It's just personality streamers have kind of different parameters that they fall into.
Dude, what my main problem with that is that people hold different people to different standards. Like if you have like the neons and the claviculars, you're not going to be like, oh, he said he made a gay joke, you know?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, this guy's literally homophobic.
Well, yeah, and also then, bots don't stop watching.
Yeah. But then like each tier that you go down, like from like the neon side all the way down to like the Valkyrie side, everyone, they hold each of us to a different line. And like the shit that I've seen Valkyrie apologize for is fucking insane. Like people would not bat an eye if I did that shit. And then like they just hold everyone to different standards, and it's really annoying.
I think it has everything to do with one. I think that women are pretty much universally scorned because there are a lot of disenfranchised men on the internet who feel vindictive about the fact that women have financial, social privilege that they feel they deserve. I think that online kind of content creation as a whole feels incredibly nebulous and without sort of like merit. So they're like, why couldn't I do that? I also play League of Legends, etc. That's a lot of the ire. But also beyond that, I think that the degree to which you are scorned for potential wrongdoing has everything to do with the degree to which you platform your kind of like ethics and or code of your set of beliefs, those kind of like core principles. Because in the event that you present yourself as an insufferable fucking attention starved adjutant, no one's gonna be like, how could you go fucking like punch a dude in the face at a Miami nightclub? You're such a nice guy. No, they don't care, because the value of the content is you're watching a piece of shit be a piece of shit. You know, which sucks when you have really great creators who, like, I don't know, I watched fucking Valkyrie have to apologize for saying for real, like, on God. And it's like, oh, you mean like legitimate fucking like youth vernacular? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, there's
I got in trouble
attachment
for
or,
that.
like,
I got in trouble for that shit too.
Crazy.
No, it's insane.
You did?
Yeah.
Here,
And I
guys,
finally
I'm pulling in my friend Charlie. Just so we introduced Charlie. Charlie, how are you? Welcome in.
Hi.
We're in the midst of discourse. You will catch you up on it. We're talking about the cancellation of creators, when it feels warranted or otherwise, the reality of cancellation, if it can even happen. You want to introduce yourself to the panel? You're welcome to.
Oh, cool. Okay, one second. Hello, I am Charlie. I stream. I know a lot about Lord of the Rings and not much else. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
You are one of my favorite
Bigfoot.
panelists, Charlie. Welcome back. I'm very happy. To
What?
have you. Yes, I know.
I'm so honored.
No, I'm really stoked. You came in at a good time. So what was the last thing we talked about, guys? Where were we? Fill me in.
Wait, the unequal cancellation of people depending on if they're a woman or a guy, or also how big a streamer they are, and you know, should people get canceled for things and blah 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 blah. I say cancel because I just don't think canceling's real.
Yeah, no,
I don't
well,
think
it
it's
isn't.
real either. I'd agree with that. I feel like people don't. I feel like maybe at one point it was kind of, but then you could just grift right, I guess.
I think that cancellation only happens in the event that you legitimately do stand beside your virtues or convictions, right? Like, if you are unwilling to
Yeah.
compromise it because you really do believe what you've platformed, assuming that it was some kind of moral uprightness, then, like, yeah, where are you going to go? You're not going to, like, those people are probably going to turn their back on you, but you can redeem yourself. I mean, we've seen it in the instance of, like, someone like Atrioc, who I think was, like, really scorned for what happened with him and, like, the whole, like, AI fiasco, but he seemed to make amends with the people in question and, like, do what he can to, like, address the issue systemically. I mean, I don't know. It's not up to me to forgive, but I have seen people survive.
I think it's easy to. I feel like, I mean, God, based off of the things that I've seen people do and they still have like a very prevalent audience, I feel like it's almost too easy to survive. I
Yeah.
feel like there's almost no consequences.
Like that
I think it's
mustache
just-
man. The
I think it's just
mustache
whether or
and the
not you.
glasses.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go.
I think it's just whether or not you can personally handle like the backlash. Like I know a lot of people just can't handle that or don't have a thick enough skin to be able to go through kind of the waves. But if they do, then yeah, I agree. It's pretty
Yeah.
hard.
I mean, if you also have no issue with attention for the sake of attention and are content with being known as a piece of shit, which many people are, because this is a literal, like, moth to a flame is content creation to a narcissist, you know? Like the yearning for attention's sake is so great that there is no consequence for problematic behavior. You are still being talked about. You still have something to entertain your, fixation.
And I feel like that's why like shitty people often are really good streamers because they really don't give a fuck. They're willing to do whatever and they love all of the attention regardless. And it's almost like a miracle when like a decent person ends up becoming a very popular streamer or content
Yeah, and then we
creator.
all hold our breath and wait.
Yeah.
Everyone's just, what's happening? But I really do think that, like, what you're pointing to is something we talked about earlier, where we have an issue where as individuals are raised on sort of like algorithmically determined values or convictions, the conflation of what is good or necessary or productive or meaningful in social contexts is completely conflated with what is viral, because you have data suggesting that virality is the triumph of the person, right? People like me, people talk about me, look at how much power I have, right? Which is a huge issue. But I don't know, it's just interesting because we get into I don't know if I believe. Like, sometimes I'll read some of the positions and beliefs that kind of spawn of it, and I'm just convinced that like dead internet theory becomes all the more sort of like, I don't know, tangible to me the more I descend into those depths. Like, especially in regards to like cancellation and the kind of defense that people will run for individuals that I think are like, okay, there's like definitely a trend of behavior that's being discussed here. Like, at the very least, we should be having some legitimate skepticism regarding whether or not this is good. And moreover, what does it say about a system that like establishes what is or isn't acceptable behavior? Like that's also what I kind of think is being missed in this conversation. But I don't know, man.
I kind of, I'm sorry, I have a like somewhat of a tangent that's kind of
Yes.
related.
Go.
This was before I deleted Twitter. I have found that a lot of people who ask for, like what you said, where it's like if a creator doesn't have the same morals as I do or has morals that I deem to be irreprehensible, then I have the free will to choose not to support this creator, and I also have the free will to not like this creator. However, the main thing that I have found is that people who are asking for like sort of clarification or a deeper understanding of a certain creator's morals, they aren't their viewers. Like I say that with my own personal experience. On Twitter, the people asking for me to make my stance or like speak up on a certain stance that I have on something, they're not my viewers. Because if they were my viewers, they would already know.
Sure. I think that that's also the reality of being on Twitter, right? Is that it is being it's being sort of disseminated into a lot of different corners of the internet. And now people who may be vaguely aware of you, because like you're a very visible person, are going to be like, hold on, now my only understanding of you is this. What say you? You know? So they are like totally new people in that regard. Oh shit, Nut.
Nut.
Nut? Yo, what up, dog? Yo, do you know how to set up
Hey.
the no, we can't. Do you know how to there it is. Okay.
Wait.
Okay, you might want to go do the old virtual cam. You know how to do that on your OBS? I'm assuming you're trying to use your camera in 2 places right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I click out of OBS?
Go to
No,
OBS
so
and
just
then on
hit
the on the virtual camera, there's like a
He's just
right
like me.
two
Here,
underneath
actually-
start streaming.
Now, if you go up to Mike, he'll set you straight. That's my producer.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull you up there real quick so you can figure that out.
Yeah,
with him.
no,
Give me
do it.
1 sec. All right, motherfucker, man. I'm so happy to have Nut here. He's gonna be. Oh, he's right back down. Okay, hold on. Did we fix it that quickly? What happened?
That would be
okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
it's not
still-
looking. Okay.
It's
Uh-oh.
looking like box.
I'm seeing
Okay.
a blue dot.
It's looking like
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, it's looking like box.
Uh-oh. Not okay, you're gonna go up to Mike again. All right. He's gonna tell you what to do.
He's gonna
Mike's
come back in 5
Mike's gonna
seconds.
fix it.
I'm gonna take this time to get a snack. I'll be right
It's
back.
done.
Oh man. Okay, hold on. I think that they'll fix it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's an interesting conversation, especially because like I don't know, man. These like cancellations expose things that like I guess maybe they're just conversations I find interesting, but like I'm really curious, and maybe it's just that I am like kind of like autistic, and I put an enormous premium on, let's say, like transparent communication, but I'm impressed at just how much pushback I got for suggesting that it is just universally productive to try to get like clear, enthusiastic consent before you do things with someone sexually. Like that's like typically it's not an obstacle to romantic momentum, and that relying on what you interpret as physical cues for consent is in a lot of ways potentially ill-conceived to the point of it maybe amounting to a lot of experiences that people don't necessarily want to be having, but also don't feel comfortable dismissing or disengaging from.
Yeah.
I guess I'm curious. Do you guys think it's like unsexy to do that? Is that something that is a problem? Is there such thing as like physical implicit consent? I'm as a man, I would never trust it personally, but the internet seems to be disagreeing with me. So I'm curious to ask a panel.
I mean, in a long-term relationship,
yes,
there's kind of like an implied consent, unless your partner is like, I'm not in the mood or whatever. But
yeah,
I've always been I like to check, and I appreciate when other people check if things are okay. And so it's never interrupted my time. I think that's more like just like a deep cultural anxiety that I would say maybe like I would almost say potentially like porn inspired.
Sure.
Just because of this idea, like the desire to that being like people's like first introduction to intercourse is not like a hey, can I blank? It's like scripted. It's
yeah, it's like I'm gonna be choking you in about 3 minutes. It's like it's a very weird and like heightened kind of thing that, like, granted, I just feel as though also it doesn't necessarily establish expectation in a way that allows for people to feel safe and have fun, because now it's this constant math of like what is about to happen, what do they believe to be acceptable, and you kind of just get to nullify that. Like I was saying it more so in the context of like this improves everyone's experience of intimacy. It isn't something that you should perceive as being a chore. It's like, no, it's like being able to read through a menu before you go to a restaurant. You know what I mean? It's like you get to pick what you actually like and know that you're going to get the experience you want. But I think that men, in a lot of ways, are afraid that should they even so much as offer an out, that they're going to lose their opportunity to like nut or something. You know, hi nut, by the way. Good to see you. And I think it's like a really problematic blind spot culturally that like this whole discourse with like what happened with like say Kuno and shit. Sorry, you're coming into a tense moment here. What I found more problematic wasn't the fact that like what happened felt like demonstrably predatory in a way that was unique and like worthy of scorn. I think that it is, but I think that it's very like secondary to the reality that what actually is happening is remarkably ordinary. It's a very commonplace experience for so many people I know who've felt comfortable enough to confide in me. And so when I talked about it, it was like, I don't think that this is something, I think that the larger problem here is how so many large content creators have galvanized their audience to feel generally suspicious or outright, frankly, like hostile towards this belief that someone can go through the motions of intimacy because they don't feel comfortable saying no. So in the event that you aren't presenting them with that option and asking them what they're comfortable with and what they enjoy, you can never truly be certain that they are willingly and enthusiastically engaging, only acquiescing. And that shouldn't feel good for anyone involved. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of at odds with it because I truly do think that like at the core of it all, seeking that kind of certainty is good for both parties who are engaging in it. And moreover, like, I don't know, I don't believe that individuals are acknowledging the extent to which saying no can be scary in the event that you aren't lucidly presenting it outside of the context of already escalating tension.
I mean, yeah, because like I feel like adverse sexual experiences are extremely common for, I would say, like women and queer men in general. And so I think that a lot of maybe heterosexual dudes kind of underestimate like how women are trained from such a young age that saying no doesn't mean that things will stop and that in fact they might get like a lot worse. And I don't even mean just in a necessarily like strictly intimate manner, but I'm thinking of like schoolyard bullying, like, you know, a little boy pulling on a girl's hair or like groping her, pushing her around. Like, did you guys have like the thing where it was like every like Wednesday, like you would get like your ass slapped like at school? Like that was just a thing that boys would do at my school, where they would just on Wednesdays, middle school, they would slap girls'
That was
butts.
like not a thing in middle school, but I remember in elementary school, like one time a little boy just like stuck his hand up my shirt and tweaked my nipple, which obviously like super unacceptable. Then another time a little boy just took scissors and cut my hair.
Oh
The
my
thing
God.
yeah, but I remember there was this boy in middle school that would like knee girls in the vagina. Like he thought it was funny to just like knee them in the vagina.
What the heck?
Yeah,
And that just becomes normal. And I think that like the boys will be boys. Well, I think that that's getting better. Like, you know, like what you were saying, RuneScape GF, is that
you can just call me Rune.
Okay, Rune, I love that. Is that it's like women just kind of learn to accept that this is the norm. And people just accept that men are going to do shitty things and get away with it. And like what you were saying, sorry to go on a tangent, but like
No, we like
it is literally better for everyone to know what people want to happen and what they like to happen. Like I get anxious if I don't know what someone wants to do or what's up, and I don't understand why that wouldn't be appealing to literally everyone involved to just have like clear communication about like, hey, I like this or not this, or this is what I want.
I have a theory.
I'm grabbing my charging cable.
I think that the reason why this premise is met with such hostility online is that there are a lot of men who really don't want to have to address the reality that they may have, unbeknownst to them, in a completely unmalicious capacity, assaulted someone. Do you know what I mean? That it is completely okay for you to acknowledge past behavior as potential transgression without it being damning, because you are a failure of, essentially anemic discourse, right? We do not talk enough about what it means to actually ensure someone's comfort. Like, you as a man are essentially constantly carrying a loaded gun, in that there is, in heterosexual dynamics, a lot of implicit power imbalances physically beyond anything else socially or professionally, right? That is in and of itself enough reason to think, well, if I upset this person, that can go bad. So you have to, one, acknowledge that there's never going to be true parity there, and it is your responsibility to ensure that they know that you're not going to abuse that imbalance, right?
But moreover, to acknowledge that you, in your misconception of what intimacy should look like, having done something that might not have been, let's say, like systematically or procedurally perfect, is okay, because most people have. You know, most people learn by taking a lot of bold guesses at the behest of whatever your fucking friend's big brother said you had to do, or whatever you learned from porn or saw in a movie. And it's okay to have fumbled that, to make amends to that, and to be like, okay, maybe that is problematic, to just kind of guess that they're going to be okay with the next thing I do, and then take their lack of, you know, visible or audible frustration about that thing as being sufficient, let's say, consent. You could just say that, like, okay, yeah, maybe I should revisit how I'm going about structuring my experiences with people to ensure that they feel good. But I think they're so worried about having to don the mantle of predator or of assailant that they just rebuke the premise that women could feel uncomfortable at all about these things.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think it's odd, because I, as a guy, and I'll make it about for a sec, feel almost a responsibility to speak on it, because I think that there's an absence of communication or discourse from men in these spaces regarding what is like a mindful and generally safe context for intimacy, right? But I can't help but also feel like, you know, okay, I am immediately going to have that position be invalidated on levels. It's like, okay, I'm doing this so that I can like have more sex or something. I don't know. It's a weird thing that people like to like immediately attack. So my question then is like, how do you go about telling people that it's okay to reformulate what it is you believe to be okay? Is it through women's testimony? Like, where does it go?
Cannot, again, this is one of those topics where what I'm saying can be like misinterpreted in a lot of ways. So I will try to express my thoughts how they're coming. But I think that's like, I hate to say it, but I think that's also like putting the sole pressure on men. I think we need to, in a way, like also encourage women to also speak up. And while I do think it's very important for men to maybe bring up the consent conversation a little bit more, I would like to believe, or at least like situations that I've had in my adult life, that when you tell a man like, hey, I'm okay with this, but I don't want to have sex with you, or things like that, I feel like just like clear communication on both sides should be expected. And I don't necessarily think that it should 100% fall on either party. And that I don't know. This is a really hard conversation. Again, I don't want my thoughts to be misinterpreted.
No.
But it's almost like this idea that, hey, may I hold your hand? May I kiss you? May I kiss you on the cheek? May I sit next to you? May I do this? May I do that? It's also one of those things where it's like, I feel like also stating your boundaries and teaching women that, hey, speaking up is also, you know, on everybody's kind of responsibility. You know, I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily 100% agree that like everything is a man's, like solely on the man's shoulders.
I think so. I agree.
But I do think it does largely kind of lean that way. But in general, I think people just suck at communicating.
Yeah, I agree. I also think that part of me does question, like, in the event that women are in these contexts saying that they don't feel comfortable but continue to feel pressure exerted upon them by the person they've denied, that there's also precedent being set for a woman's kind of, let's say, like, discomfort, or let's say like a positioning of kind of, I don't know, like skepticism or uncertainty as being something that men are meant to fight through. And I think that that kind of creates a context that makes it difficult. But moreover, I think that it's really important to, like, the way I was really trying to frame my position on it is that if men feel uncomfortable or insecure about the possibility of being framed in a way that is in a negative light, if they feel as though in their encounters with women, they are going to be wrongfully accused of having taken advantage of or harmed them, why wouldn't you, as that individual, take it upon yourself to ensure their comfort, right? That, like, it's a really easy way to assuage your concern or panic about women feeling uncomfortable without relying on them to be totally comfortable with a new person they're in private with. You know, that's really all I'd ever want to make clear about it, is like, it's not going to hurt the situation if you do it in a way that's at least somewhat socially intuitive, based on like, okay, it's clear we're probably going to have some kind of intimacy to be like, by the way, I don't know if you're comfortable with this, but like, tell me what you like. Like, I would like to move forward with X, Y, or Z, you know? I don't know. I just don't think it's ever really been a negative.
I think that, to be honest, I've talked about this a couple of times before, in the sense that I think a good way to make men get it is that I think, like, there are certainly there are definitely women that will do sexually inappropriate things to men, and without asking, because they assume that men just want sex automatically.
100%, yes.
Or also, I mean, just like straight dudes will sexually harass each other like all the time. And I think that, bringing up those instances of discomfort can be a good way to educate and kind of validate maybe like
Male
those
experience.
experiences of discomfort. And also what Julia was saying is that, like, I get what you're saying totally, Wake, but like, I do think that at some point, at some age, like, adult women do need to be like, okay, it's not cute if I just assume a partner knows exactly what I want. Like,
100%.
it's not unsexy for me to be like, hey, I want to do this and I don't want to do that. Like, that's like, again,
yes,
I think
100%.
something that must become a cultural norm.
I mean,
for
the
both parties.
problem can stem from like people just immediately assuming X, Y, and Z is okay and doing maybe even serious things before somebody even has a chance. Like one time I started dating this dude, he was my second boyfriend, and bro just slapped me right across the face when we were like intimate, maybe for the second time. And I straight up, I didn't even know what to say. Also, I have like really bad TMJ. So this was like a whole like and like I got hit in the face as a kid by my mom because she was going to we have a great relationship now, don't worry.
It's
But
so
like
good.
it was like but it was one of those things where I literally was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't even know what to say because I was like, how is this grown fucking man just assuming
that you're down for that?
Yeah. And immediately I was like, whoa, like do not ever hit me in the face. But it was just the how the fuck did he get
Why would you
from
assume that
just
that's
I'm gonna
normal?
go rip right in.
That's like the default.
Yeah, like it was like, yeah, bro, smack anywhere else but my face if you're gonna test the waters, but you should probably ask first.
Yeah.
That's not even like normal for
No,
the
no.
like normie kink stuff. That's not even like the thing.
Yeah, yeah, that shit was crazy. But like, I agree with what everyone's saying that it's on both sides. I think I can obviously like women do get killed for rejecting men, but I think that's typically with men that they don't know or that are like stalkers. I mean, who knows? I mean, well, technically boyfriends and husbands kill their wives too.
Yeah.
That being said, yes, like I think learning to state your boundaries is an important experience, and I think verbally stating them is extremely important because I dated somebody for 10 years, and that was my only experience ever for 10 years of my life. That was the only person I had been with. And in my late 20s, I had to learn how to date. And I learned very quickly that I was very shy, of course. So, like, I didn't want to explicitly be like, no, or this is what I like, or whatever. And I would just try to convey my boundaries with body language, showing disinterest, moving away, not reciprocating, doing all these things that were completely ignored every time, and taught me it doesn't matter how obvious I show I am not interested. Do not touch me. I'm not having a good time in the state, whatever. I have to literally state it out loud. No, or this, and that, and so, yeah, it is important for women to learn how to verbalize that, but again, is it always going to work? And I'm going to say no, it's not always going to work.
I think moreover, my prevailing conviction is that why are we waiting for anyone to say it as opposed to just trying to clarify ahead of time? Like, I think that both parties should be encouraged to be incredibly forthright with it, right? And that neither should be waiting to arrive at it, because that's the only way to ensure that you're going to have reliably and consistently consensual engagements with people.
I use safe words.
Yeah, I mean, those are
even
also
if you're
really
not
good to
doing
establish.
kinky shit, dude, like you could
I
just
do
use some
too.
fucking safe words, right? And that's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I think that's like a really good, like that's a pretty good solution actually. And like,
Yeah,
if one to
it's
like,
just
yo,
ways of
like,
protecting.
like chill, and then one that's like, yo, stop, fucking.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Stop.
But and I'm
Stop
gonna
lights.
maybe, unless people have like really burning pivot to. We have Nut here, and I have not gotten to introduce or meaningfully engage with Nut yet because you came in as we were like really like things were getting sticky. But
that
guys,
was
this is
my
not-
bad.
Yeah, no. How
Okay.
dare you guys? How dare you? Where are you coming
Well,
from?
here's
Nut?
okay. Here, what'd you say?
Where are you coming from? You're all spoofed. You look dapper.
Oh, thank you. Okay, wait. Here's the thing. I was just filming a video. So I was out. I had to film a video for. I work for a dating channel. But also, I think I forgot that you live in Austin. Or not to dox you.
I figured.
You live in.
They know where I live.
I'm so, okay, you live in a different state than me. And I was like 8 p.m. Perfect.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened. I was not worried about it. I knew that.
That was my
probably was the
bad.
case. Dude, you're fine. Don't even apologize. No. So Nut, I have a real big question for you. So for those of you guys who don't know, Nut does like a posting on Nectar. Do you guys know Nectar? They do a lot of like we had 100 18-year-old swipe right or left in person, and you know.
You don't have to say it like that.
Yeah, well, okay.
All right.
Okay.
That sounded bad.
They're not always 18.
No, they're in a range of.
They're older, to be clear. They're usually way older.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
How old are they typically?
Yeah. Usually, genuinely like early 20s to it's like 22 to 28. I'd say.
Yeah. Then you cut it off. You're like, we're not having these 20.
Get
the fuck go start.
No hags.
My question to you is dating cook? Because I'll watch these like 100 strangers swipe on each other in person thing, and I'm like, how have we gone? I'll get mad. I'll start yelling, and every time you have to bring out a megaphone and he has to be like, guys, it's okay to swipe right. Every time you do those videos. What's your insight? Give us your expert insight on gamified dating for YouTube.
Yes. Also, wait, just real quick before I do that, I just moved into a new apartment like 3 days ago. I don't have like a box room, like a room with boxes, just to be clear.
I do.
And that's why you're a cool guy. That's why.
Yo, because we're like background mogging you hard right now. Like I'm like,
no, it's crazy.
I'm like, yo, I got the lighting set up, the plan over here. Like, yo, fuck you, man, in your boxes.
No, I have the poorest one for sure. I did want to address that because I felt self-conscious. But also, back to your question. I don't know. I mean, it's hard because my experience. I try to think about it less. Like obviously I'm dealing with a very specific demographic in California specifically. And they're also, it's not like, I don't think it really speaks for like all 20 whatevers.
Yeah.
Because it's also people that want to be on camera dating. And also like, I don't know. It's nuanced because also like when we start, it takes about 30 different matches before anyone connects. But it's also like 9 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah, those are 12-hour shoots.
That's awful.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Why is it 9 a.m?
I'm not horny at 9 in the morning.
They're 12-hour shoots. They're long shoots.
That's a long ass shoot.
Damn.
Yes. So there's like other aspects of it that make it more difficult and like on camera for the actual experience. But I think you do when you're like, especially when you're in my position, when you're hosting and you're doing all these videos, you do at the very least kind of get a sense of recurring themes, specifically in conversations more than anything. Generally, the couple will sit down that matches. The guy never asks any questions. He kind of just sits there and he's like, okay, ask me questions. And then the girl asks a ton of questions and then she'll be like, what are you interested in? And he'll be like, I don't know, I like my family.
Yeah, that's a lot of big family guy. Love my family. Really important.
And I'm a fan. I like Family Guy too, but it's like I watch other shows also. You know what I mean? So, like I could talk about other shows, or I would ask her what shows she likes. Even
yeah. No, it's like an interesting conundrum in that are you seeing that like people are just starved for actual hobbies, that people don't know what to do? Yeah.
It's like people don't just, I feel like for me specifically, I just kind of like had interests that turned into hobbies. And I think I'm not smart enough to start speaking about like whole groups or whatever really, but it seems like a lot of people don't really have like the interests to even like go try to figure out other than shows they like and stuff like that. Like I like my family and my friends and I like sports or TV shows. And that's usually pretty much it.
I like sports betting and Family Guy. Come on, get into it.
That sounds cool. You sound sick, but
right.
I mean, yeah. Generally, it's just little things like that. You start to notice quirks with a lot of like. It's mostly more than anything the men. The men more than anything are
least it bleeds through.
It definitely bleeds through. Yes. Oh my God. They are less socially equipped. The girls seem to always very specifically have like a direction that they're headed in, and like where they're trying to head towards, like career oriented or like in whatever they're studying. And the guys are kind of more so, which I relate to because I've been there too. Kind of just not really like you're in your early 20s. You're like, fuck, what do I do? It bleeds through a lot.
I like beer pong. You know, fucking shit.
And then a lot of couples that match, and then you find out that like someone didn't respond, and then it seems like more than anything, the not committing to like actually dating someone or seeing someone. And I think that bleeds through to the fact that no one matches forever for a long time, and no one wants to commit to someone.
Well, I think people are also kind of like gradually constructing. I think it happens with a lot of men, like this sort of like composite of what they believe to be like all of the attributes they could ever want in someone, all of which are pretty ill-considered or just kind of built on what they're immediately responding to. And the idea of having like a catalog of everyone that you could ever have sex with in like a 50-mile radius of you is like incredibly malignant to the human mind. I just don't think that we're meant to metabolize that many possibilities. It's just not like a normal thing. Like you typically would have a few people that you interacted with a lot, maybe some of their friends, and through that you would identify some point of compatibility or connection and pursue it, you know? And then eventually they would become roommates, right? And the roommate part's interesting because now I have to ask Julia and Arthur, in your roommating, how I see that there are animals there. Have you noticed any of your animals leave you by way of loyalty for Arthur?
No, but they do like him.
Wait, Arthur's taken aback by that. Arthur, which animals have become yours?
All of them.
Whoa.
So
yeah, maybe when I leave the house.
No, it's one of those things where it's like,
Talk your shit.
sometimes I would notice, we sit next to each other, and then one of the cats is coming. Ellen, for example, she lays down on me, and Julia calls her a whore.
Oh, so we're shaming these cats.
Yep.
Hey, Adeline only went upstairs because the cat bed is taken. So.
But by another cat. So like so like over time, because you aren't really giving all of the love you can to your menagerie, Arthur's going to gradually absorb one as his own.
Well, Arthur, Arthur's a little bit more laid back than me, so sometimes they like run to him whenever they get in trouble.
Oh,
how many animals are there?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wait, whoa.
I have
This is awesome.
2 dogs, 3 cats, and a bird.
2 dogs, 3 cats, and a bird. I love it.
Thanks. It's my zoo.
God damn.
Does the bird have words? Oh, go ahead.
No, I do want to say I do feel like a Disney princess sometimes.
I bet.
Because you're slowly becoming their preferred person, right? And they'll gather around you.
Well, I like wake up in the morning. I like what's suffocating me. It's like one cat on my chest, one on my stomach, one on my legs. The bird is chirping the moment I start breathing.
That's true.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they wake you up?
Well, it's kind of like, it's really weird. I feel like animals, like, they realize the moment you like start breathing differently, they're like, whoa, yo, what's up? Maybe not the cats, but the dogs and the bird, yeah.
Yeah, they get locked in. They're like, you're up and we're eating now. I don't care if it's 5. We're doing this. The day began. Let's get the fucking going.
Yeah.
Do you guys think I have a question. I like other people's animals, but I feel like a psychopath sometimes because I don't think I could ever take care of an animal. Like, I could never have like a pet myself. Love it when other people have pets, but I feel like that's something that's been missing in me since I was a child, and I worry that that's like a sign of something deeply negative.
I think that's a good thing that you're aware of that. So many people get pets when they genuinely cannot take care of another living being.
And they'll get a dog, which is like hard mode.
Yeah.
Like,
I love the degradation of this discourse, by the way.
For me, it's like a dog is for somebody who's so fucking in control of their life. Like they got that shit fucking set.
Why do people will get like big dogs and they live in like an apartment in the city
or
and they're
huskies
sedentary?
in LA?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
What are you? Unless you're like super duper athletic,
they're just lonely.
And you
Just
wake
get a
up
fucking
every
hamster.
morning. Oh my god! Or like a little dog. Get one of those dogs that's like a familiar, like not even a
little
dog.
Yeah.
A
It
little,
just shakes.
little chihuahua. Little
Yeah.
poodle.
Yeah, I'm not active, so I have little dogs. because I'm not like out and about all the time.
I do love that the demands of work in the way, like the rate at which we're compensated has taken it from like the people are just, they're irresponsible in having children to us being like, I mean, who can have a cat these days? This is crazy. They're able to feed them?
Expensive.
Well, I do
Yeah,
think
they
that people
are.
romanticize having animals too, and sometimes like I keep Pepper's always by my side because she has to be or she goes crazy. But sometimes I feel bad because then people are like, "Oh, I want a bird," and I'm like, "Please, no, you don't.
You do
No,
not
you
want a
don't.
bird. You want nothing to do with you don't
My
want
parents
no
never
part
let
of
me
this
get
shit,
one.
do we?
No, she's
You
only
don't
cute
want
for the
no-
camera. She actually is. Yeah.
Why is that the dynamic for everyone I've ever known that's owned a bird? Is like they love their bird, but they hate their bird, and they would
'Cause
never
they're
recommend
toddlers,
having a
bro.
bird.
They're
Yeah, I
human
love the
toddlers.
shit out of her, but she's a lot of work, and I know, you know.
Bro,
Does she
Maya,
say
I
things?
told Maya once that I wanted to get a cockatiel, and she was like, "I think you should." Which I don't know if she was reverse psychologying me because I've never heard her say that, and I think she was
That's
like,
crazy.
"That'll stop them." I really do. That's my theory. She's never confirmed it, but I believe that to this day.
Yeah, I wanted a bird when I was in elementary school. My parents told me no. And you know what? I respect that they told me no because I love birds, but it was for the best that I not have one because I was a child. How the fuck am I gonna care for a bird? That's like, you know, a fish. A fish was much better for me, much more within my skill set. And my little beta fish lived 8.5 years. But that still doesn't mean I could have cared for a bird. So yeah.
And also, birds are just can be sometimes a lifetime commitment. So like, there's so many times that birds outlive their owner. So
wow.
Oh my god.
yeah,
I'm
they just
sorry
live
to
a long
interrupt,
time.
but I have to go.
No. All good. Yeah.
Is that
feel free
okay?
to come and go. Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Bye.
All right.
so much for
Bye,
having me.
guys.
Have fun
Thanks for
on
having me.
arrivals.
Later,
Thanks for
loser.
hanging out.
Bye.
Thank you.
Fucking thank God, Jesus. Now we can breathe. She was really hogging the airtime, man. Guys, make sure you follow Fiona. She's amazing. Shout out fan mods. Yeah, I think that the crazy thing about like pet ownership in general is kind of bizarre because like they are literal animals, and we're like, you're gonna be a friend now. Forget all of it. You're gonna like we took wolves and we were like, you're fucking your sibling until you want to hang out with it, and that's literally like that's how they did it. Like it's that weird. We're
They
like,
can't
this
even
one's pretty cool.
survive anymore on their own. Like, can you imagine like a pug in the
Oh my
wild?
God, no!
would die.
It spits in the face of whatever god there could be. Like if anything, its existence is proof that it doesn't exist at all. There can be no god in a world where pugs exist in their current form. They wheeze. They need rhinoplasties. I have a friend with 2 pugs, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I got them the nose job. Like it's like a Korean K-pop star.
yeah,
It made no sense to me."
You gotta like clean their rolls and shit and whatever, and yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, because they're just like heaving meatballs now. Nothing about it is just or moral. It's crazy that we've created that.
Well, and
through
we've bred them
incest.
to look more baby like, to look like cutesy.
If smite
So
that
that our-
baby if I ever have one. I'll
What's
tell
that?
you that. If that is what a baby looks like, I don't want it.
They made
No,
this
but
fucked
it's
up dog.
more like rounder, softer features,
Yeah,
bigger
like
eyes,
the
like eyes
neoteny of
more
it.
facing. Yeah, like I think it was God, I read about this once, but like the wolves that ended up bonding with humans just for like the kind of mutual benefit of food and whatnot were the wolves that had like low fear, like smaller amygdalas or something along those
they were
lines, but
dumb.
also the ones that looked babyish, that looked cuter, that made us do the thing where we're like, ooh, you know, like crazy. And that was
Yeah,
like
it's
kind of the
happening.
charming
It's happening to raccoons right now. They're showing signs of domestication.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they have like shorter snouts and like rounder eyes are the ones that are like, yeah, raccoons are trying to get in with us.
Well,
yeah.
because, like,
They're not
what a
all
survivor-
They're fucking cute, dude. I'm down. Like
It's like, oh, you're eating my Cheerios.
yeah, yo, honestly, yo, bring them into the squad. Yeah, we got dogs, cats, give me raccoons next.
Well, when humans are determining what lives and dies, it makes sense to appeal to sensibility in terms of, like, I mean, not that it's something that they're choosing to do, but like the ones that are being fed and sufficiently cared for probably are just cute, you know, which is interesting because I personally don't want any domestic creature with thumbs. That to me is too much.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Especially if
I
they're
think
too
raccoons
big.
are very cute. Can't deal with it, you know?
Every
But
time I think of that, I think of the lady that got her face ripped off by the chimpanzee.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah.
People
You know what?
people try to keep like monkeys and apes as pets are insane
Why?
to me.
Just have a
Scary.
kid. Have a
Just,
kid.
like,
They'll be.
because
They will literally act like an orangutan in 3 years. Like have a child. It'll break everything in your house like you want. You don't need to fucking go illegally import a monkey from South America or something. It's tragic to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Moreover, and I think that this is kind of a weird thing. By the way, sometimes I forget what I'm going to say mid-sentence, and then I start doing like, and by the way, this is something I'm thinking about because I did have a thing, but now it's completely lost. So does someone else want to talk?
okay.
I fucked that up.
Oh.
Go.
Uh.
Okay, wait. So we were talking about monkeys. Okay, I can piece
Yeah.
this together.
I remember
Let me
Michael
do this.
Jackson had a monkey.
Oh,
Bubbles.
okay. No.
Russians.
I was going back to raccoons. There's a dude on YouTube. It's one of my favorite YouTube videos to ever exist. Have you ever seen this? It's like feeding my raccoons, and it's this like old Midwestern dude who has like a literal trough of hot dogs. He brings out a trough of hot dogs and like a Costco bag of cookies and feeds, I shit you not, somewhere in the ballpark of like 30 to 60 raccoons. And they're huge. They're so fucking fat.
My parents used to live in Florida, and in the backyard, a whole bunch, like a colony of raccoons would come every single night, and also this family of deer, like literally every single day, 4 years. And my mom, after a certain number of years there, thought, let me try to pet the raccoons because they come by every single day. And what does it do? It obviously fucking bites her, right? And she has to go to ER, get stitches, get the shots, blah, blah, blah. What does this woman do again less than a month later? She tries to domesticate the raccoon again, and it does bite her.
Oh my god.
But going back to what you were saying, my parents weren't feeding them hot dogs, but they were feeding them oats and Cheerios, and they fucked with it heavily.
That makes a lot more sense than hot dogs. I feel like why the hot dogs?
I think it's just
That stresses
Midwestern
me
man
out.
logic. I think he gave them his favorite foods. I just think that that's all that. Like I think he's just like
Hey.
I like him. He's an
Cheap
old
food, I
gray
guess.
man, you know. He's portly and he's having fun. His wife's filming him. He's having the time of his life, you know. Like now, granted, is it potentially problematic? Of course, would Maya have something to say? Sure, but I'm not going to tattle. That he's having
Wait,
fun.
I had
you
a
know?
thought about dating that you were talking about earlier.
Go.
I think it's a lot easier to date when you're a loser with loser interests because you have the automatic connection of being like, yeah, I like this anime. I like to LARP or cosplay or play this video game. And it's just like you're instantly in. I feel like people without dork interests suck at dating. Like
I
they're
think
just
it's-
trapped.
Well, I think that a lot of that has to do with having the, I don't want to say like courage, but let's say like, even if it's just, let's say like the circumstantial permission to explore what would otherwise be a niche identity, because there are so many people caught in like, I don't know, just kind of like the general like momentum of social pressure and tendency that they're like, I never want to stand out. And so they kind of just capitulate to whatever's most normal to the point of not really developing anything distinct about them. I think that, yeah, in a lot of ways, anyone with a niche interest is significantly ahead of the curve of someone who's, let's say like, I don't know, sufficiently good looking, but altogether very plain. Because a lot of times that even... maybe it gets you into a first date, but most people are going to be like, I don't know, it'd be cool if you had something to say at all. And I think it's actually tragic.
Yeah, and I don't understand how do people like that entertain themselves? Like I guess like where does the I don't know, that kind of lifestyle stresses me out.
Why does it feel like it's vacant? Like there's nothing centering
Well,
it?
I just
So,
I would like what do you because I feel like the most important thing to me in my life is to have time for my stupid little hobbies.
Yeah.
And so when people don't have their stupid little hobbies, I'm like, well, what's the point?
I think that there
what are you
are
doing?
no shortage of people who have similarly, like, I don't know, just kind of like static and universally accepted hobbies or interests. Like, I like to watch sports and I like to play, you know, like the newest Call of Duty, and I am going to watch Love Island US or something, which I think is cool. But, you know, neither here nor there. I think that people just have generally accessible and universally shared hobbies that they just kind of are like, hey, do you want to talk about this thing with anyone at their work? And they get along. I don't necessarily tier it. I don't think that it's better or worse. I do think that it's harder to find compatibility when everything feels vaguely, but let's say like insufficiently compatible, right? It's like, okay, yeah, this works, but do I feel like this is unique unto itself, or am I just making a choice of convenience, you know?
A lot of it is jobs too, I think. If you work 9 to 5 and then you get home and you have to make food and maybe you have a pet or something, there isn't really a lot of time to actually have like a real hobby that you explore.
I also
And
think that,
also
like,
we don't have third places anymore.
True.
That's part of it too. There's nowhere to just hang out and meet people outside of a bar, but no one's trying to date at a bar really.
I will say that I think that like that's kind of not to like buzzword it or TikTokify it, but I think that there's a neurotypicality you're touching into that is maybe just inaccessible to those who don't necessarily occupy it, right? Like the idea of having a good time going about incredibly overstimulating daytime activities on a weekend to me is like hell. Like I would want nothing to do with that. That sounds like a complete theft of all of my autonomy and personal interest, right? To go to like a brunch, into like a day drinking scenario, into like a sports game, and then like the thought of it overwhelms me, right? And so like I just acknowledge that to be the case, but some people like that's their entire emotional and social center. Like they love that rhythm of life, and it's not like a better or worse thing. I think it's just like I'm weird, so that sounds weird, but it's actually like remarkably ordinary and fulfilling to most people who engage with it, you know? Like a lot of people I know who fall into that camp are like pretty happy with life. Maybe every now and then they're like, I don't know much, but it pays the bills. But they love their family, they love their friend group, and they feel generally pretty decent from what I can tell. I don't know if that's the case generally, but do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah,
is this something that you guys
my
have
brother
observed?
is like he just like surfs and does his job and watches sports, and he's happier than anyone else in my family. So there's got to be something to it.
I have a solution. You just gotta get offline. That's pretty much it. Sorry, not to like kill our own business.
Get into normie algorithms, you know, where
Yeah.
you're just getting cat videos and nothing else.
Yeah,
you know?
not to like kill our own like viewership and business model, but like
No, please.
No, like if I was to
You're
actually
not wrong though.
if I was to give advice like to viewers or like Twitch viewers, I'd be like, oh, stop watching me. Like just go fucking like go outside. Like honestly. No, I'm serious. Like I'm serious. Like just go outside.
It's good. I love when someone comes back after like a year and is like, by the way, don't watch Twitch anymore. Got a girlfriend, love my new job, don't have time. Like,
Yeah.
You graduated
Yeah.
from the academy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great.
Bro, I got one of those things that bricks my phone, so I can't even go on a bunch of the social media apps for like most hours of the day. It's great. It's awesome.
I mean, I think it's important to not be online all the time because I just feel like we've touched upon a million topics about why the internet skews a variety of things in our brain, but it's like I literally my brother is 3 years older than me, and he's having a terrible time dating. He had a terrible time dating in DC. He's having a terrible time dating in Colorado, and I keep telling him, well, it's because you're on apps. You're on apps, dude, and also you're chronically online. So not only are you yourself searching for this perfect woman who's going to be the perfect wife and the perfect mother of your children and the best partner for you and has all these interests, but also you're only looking on apps where it's like a candy store where everyone's going to be super fucking non-committal because they're going to be comparing even fucking the tiniest of things to somebody else because they're going to have a slew of people to look at. They could be like, I don't like the way your one front tooth is. They could literally make that, you know what I mean? And it's like my boyfriend, who I love, he's the love of my life. I did not meet him on an app, and we would have never met on an app because I would have had all these different parameters. I would have been like, oh, well, this doesn't meet that, right? Because the internet just makes us hypercritical of fucking everything on the face of the earth. And I think if people just went outside, they'd be happier. They'd make friends. They'd get some fucking sunlight. Maybe they'd meet the love of their life. They wouldn't be fucking inundated with depression. They're like depressing news and fucking titties in like a not fun way.
And even moreover, I think that the reality is that they will be building a life that thrives and fulfills independent of partnership, thus making it a greater beacon for that possibility. Like the more fulfilled you are and the more embodied you are in your interests, the more likely someone's to like be like, oh, I would love to ask this person about that. They seem interested in something that I can learn from. And that's how you start a conversation. Like, I don't know. I think ultimately, and this is maybe like an incredibly like rigid or even like somewhat reductive perspective, but I legitimately think that there is a cancer of like media diet misguiding men into believing that only this narrow hyper of what beauty is relevant or meaningful. to them and their preference. And I think that there are so many men out there who claim to have no opportunity, and it's because they don't have opportunity in the context of the incredibly vapid and compressed concept of what beauty should look like in the social media context. Like, if you kind of like depornography your brain and you're not like constantly seeking out supernormal stimuli and like following a bunch of like in totally inauthentic presentations of the human form by way of like thirst traps, etc., you might find that there are a lot of like really cool and like totally attractive people that might just fall outside of what you've been told attractiveness should look like. You know what I mean? Like, there are really cool people out there that you probably have an enormous amount of shit in common with that you're never going to consider because they don't look like the women you follow online. And I do think it sucks. Like, I think it sucks for everyone involved. And I can say that it could happen in the opposite direction, but I have more insight into the male perspective on this. Women generally, when I talk to them, are like, he looks like Big Bird. And then that's why they think they're hot. And I don't know how to like rectify that. But, you know.
Wait, they say you look like Big Bird?
No, I just mean like if I ask them like to someone, you know.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't think that.
I got a
Yeah,
beak,
I was like,
you
I
know.
don't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
Kind
it
of
too is.
something that's- Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go.
No, you. I've been
Oh.
yapping.
Okay, no, but me as well. Okay, I was just gonna say a lot of things are like things that you could be attracted to that you would not be able to identify in a photo, like little like someone's laugh, or maybe they look into your eyes a certain way or something like that. Those are the type of
Yeah,
things
the je
that
ne sais quoi
like
of
an app
attraction.
can never translate.
Yes,
That was it.
150%. No, you're dead on. Like, you miss the experience of being near and around and like communicating with someone. All you have is like an image that you use as like a proxy for your imagination, and then like whatever words they type. And some people might just not be that fucking available to type over the phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's not to say that I think that there's, let's say, this like easy fix to a problem that's clearly greater than we would give credit to, but like, I do think that we have an issue where people are unwilling to consider the possibility of like maybe what you consume is framing what you're attracted to in a way that's harmful. You know?
That drives me crazy when people like believe that their like preferences are you know
innate,
somehow
that it's just in them. Like it's
Yeah.
like in there's no, you like Asian women so much because all you watch is K-pop music videos and anime.
And
You
it's
have
like,
fetishized the
that's
culture
it.
every time. I
Yep.
love to sometimes if I ever see a shitlord comment on Twitter, I'll go and I'll check their follow list and I'll just be like, these are all Asian Twitch streamers and K-pop stars, and that's it. And then like like fucking like Jav actresses. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, yes, this is your media diet creating a preference. You did not have it innately. And there's a reason why the fucking surging of like popularity of East Asian cultural exports and K-pop and anime have led to a shift in that attitude. I remember being kind of unpopular to find Asian people attractive generally amongst white individuals back in like the 2000s. Now it's very much something that is like, I would say like
especially
almost kind of, like-
Asian men.
Yes,
yeah, I'd
Asian
say
men,
for women
100%.
because
Hardcore with
white dudes
Asian
have
men, yeah.
white dudes have been fucking doing their thing with Asian women for a very long time. I would say that's not a
I
new
think-
concept for them.
No, it's
but
not
the
new,
other
but
way.
it's become increasingly more prevalent. Like in my experience of talking to over the course of my life, adult men, I've noticed a huge shift in having just a benign preference in Asian women. That doesn't necessarily mean it didn't always exist. Asian men have, I mean, and honestly, kind of like I'm happy for Asian men because they were really like dogged on for a long time. So part of me is like, okay, maybe this is okay. Maybe that's healthy and productive for you. I don't know. You get to decide that. I'm not going to be the one who does it.
I mean, I feel like in terms of the women I see dating a lot of Asian men, I would say a lot of them are sort of the female equivalent of these dudes where they only follow K-pop stars. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, you've only ever dated Asian dudes and you're obsessed with going to these K-pop things and these are like your husbands.
Wow, we
and
know
you're like,
you're a streamer in LA. Don't worry.
you know, and I'm like, I don't think that's good either, you know. I mean, but obviously there's good example. It's also there's obviously like Asian men are put under like different expectations by the family, so I think there's less leniency when it comes to like marrying outside, you know. But anyways, it can kind of go both ways, I will say, because I
I agree completely, but for 3 years my partner was non-binary but Japanese, and as someone who is a fan of anime, do you know how much like how often I had to dodge the weeb? yellow fever allegations
yeah.
constantly.
I
It
mean,
was so.
I think
It
one
was
of my
crazy.
greatest fears, truly, one of my greatest fears is falling in love with a Japanese woman because I'll never be able to live down my rhetoric about this. Like, it will
Oh
haunt
my
me
God,
until
wait.
the end of time.
Yeah.
I'm so critical of the male attitude towards East Asian women and how blatantly fetishistic it is that it will eviscerate me. And my credibility is gone.
Yeah.
I like Asians and Latinas.
Okay.
Of course.
Dude, that's
That is how
that's
it
so
goes.
tough.
What?
That's so can
What a
I say also?
surprise.
Wait, can I also say something?
What?
You said your partner was non-binary but Japanese. For some reason, in my head, I interpreted that as they identified as Japanese, and I was like, "You can do that? What do you mean?" It took like
I
5
mean,
seconds.
They
Go crazy.
did, but like, they also were. So
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, my
that's
fault.
hilarious, though.
Yeah, what would you choose to identify as? Not.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I gotta start thinking about myself more.
It's true,
I'm
it's true, it's
Latino.
true. You're
I'm
Latino? Are you actually?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hell yeah.
And also, Blau, when you said I like Latinas, that I said in my head, thank you. Even though I'm not a girl, but thank
You're
you.
not an I, you're an O.
Well, also, okay,
Language.
can I just say that like my preference was when I was growing up in Colorado, I liked white girls, and then when I was in Chicago, when I was in Chicago, I kind of liked it. I was like Mr. Worldwide. I liked everyone, and now it's like I'm in LA, and
Bro's a slut.
and now I'm like but like
loved Men from Miami.
I like Latinas and Asian girls. But it's not. I'm not like, oh yes, I like the Eastern culture and no. I just think they're hot. Like
You're
fuck.
wrong. Like I think that so much of preference is just built on what it is you're exposed to. It like everything that you are is an amalgam of all of your influences and experiences. If you grow up in Southern California and the large contingency of East Asian women and in an area that has a large contingency of like Latin or Hispanic women, that probably is going to influence what you find attractive over time. That's totally fine. I just hate when people are like, dude, no, it's like it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Like I don't. It's like it is a little bit of a thing, and that's fine. You just have to assess it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I know it's definitely a thing. I definitely like Latinas and Asian girls. 100%. 100%.
Exactly, but to me, okay. And I've spoken about this with my male friends. And I think it's just a thing I will never understand because I have liked people of they were all different ethnicities, and I never took into consideration their ethnicity when being attracted to them. That was like not and also they're this, and so I like that. You know what I mean? And I have male friends, and I maybe dog them on a little, but I ask them about it because I'm like, I noticed there's a pattern here, and they're like, yeah, well, I just like Latinas. That's a very common thing I hear, and I'm like, so you're seeking out certain ethnicities. You're seeking out people not for who they are, you know, in terms of as a person, but because of things you associate with their race, which I find to be weird and fetishistic and icky and bad, but we've normalized it, in my opinion.
I think
Wait, whoa, pause.
Well, no, I'm not saying you're icky and bad. Don't worry.
No, but in like, wait, I think you might also mix it up. Like, it's like you like someone initially because of physical attraction, okay? We're all on that page. Like typically most people it's like so if you're physically attracted to someone, that's just the fucking starting point, isn't it? Kinda.
Yeah, but you're saying you have a preference for a group of people based off of their appearance, which to me is confusing because
we all do. I mean, some people like taller people, some people like more fit people. We all have fucking obvious preferences.
I kind of want to disagree on the visuals. It's just like you have to just like check all the marks of like, okay, this is all good, but by the end of the day, it's like if the character is good, that's what, you know.
Yeah, that's why you should be dating somebody.
I feel like okay.
Go ahead. Sorry, I just feel like when it comes to like a lot of what somebody is also their culture, right? And so while I don't agree with fetishizing a certain group of people, I also think that some people might prefer certain cultures in terms of morals or what they want in family life or in different ways.
I completely agree with that, but I've never heard men bring that up as a reason.
I would never, as someone who like, let's say like, I mean, I've dated like, there's no continuity in terms of like type by way of like ethnic background, etc. Like I would never identify their culture as being the thing that I like rather than what that culture has spawned in them. Like it's okay to be that, but it's like, oh, you know, I just love like Japanese women. It's like, okay, but like maybe if you were to say like, you know, something that you is an artifact of cultural imperative, right? To identify whatever that might be in this instance is infinitely more interesting and meaningful to me than you being like, gotta find those Japanese women, because even if it's because of those reasons. It's just a poor way of framing it, you know? It's like, don't shoot yourself in the foot, right? Like, I guess that's just more my position, but like, also like, I can tell you that like women of like varying cultures can probably smell when that's the thing that you're principally interested in, and like the shtick won't last long. You probably won't get very far.
I mean, I've even been like in the past, I've been on dates with people a couple of times. Specifically, the two biggest examples would be an Indian girl I went on a date with and a Peruvian man I went on a date with, who both told me that they're only attracted to white people.
Yeah,
and I was instantly like,
yeah,
like I didn't feel like oppressed. I didn't, but I was like, I didn't like
it's
it.
not gonna make
like,
me
I
feel
was like,
special.
why? Yeah, I didn't feel like I was like, you guys would probably date like an ugly white person, and
You know
you're
what?
not
Even more
seeing
than
that
that-
I'm a beautiful white person, so that pisses me off. You know,
Yes,
like
yes,
it didn't
queen.
feel
Valid.
good.
Valid.
I think more than anything, what I feel weird about is that that is the extent to which you have assessed your preference. Therefore, I don't think I would find you compelling. Like, I don't think that someone who ends at that level of like self-reflection is someone I would be attracted to in any kind of meaningful way, right? At least
And
for a long
also
enough
someone
time.
that hasn't like, you know, I feel like it is important to kind of, at some point in your life, to maybe unpack why you might find people of your own ethnicity super unattractive and how that might be impacting your self-esteem.
Yeah.
And
Wait, me?
that also made me uncomfortable is because I don't want to be like a reflection. I don't want to like be like an extension of your kind of like
self-loathing.
I guess unconscious self-loathing. And yeah.
I once got in trouble for saying that I thought incest was cool, and so I try to dodge that shit by going for like the Asians and the Latinas, so that people can't. Then I'll never like hit someone in my own genome. That's why.
What did you say?
What?
Wait, but what was the context?
You have a lot of people who don't
the
know
classic
here.
story.
Wait, yeah, why did you say that incest was okay?
Well, I didn't say it was okay.
He said it was
I thought
good.
what you just said.
Well, I kind of got clipped out of context. It's a complicated thing, you know. It's like, okay, so if you have two gay brothers and they're separated at birth, okay, let's you know, separated at birth. There's no power dynamic growing up. There's no way that they can have children. They're gay. Later on in life, they meet up and they learn that they're brothers, but they're like, damn, I'm really attracted to you, and they're like, damn, I'm really attracted to you, and they're consenting adults. You have to tell me why that's wrong.
Unironically, I think that's probably okay. Like weird, but no one's getting hurt.
No, well, like,
no one's
To be-
getting hurt by this.
to be-
Weird, but no one's getting hurt.
To be clear, the whole point of it is it was from a class unrelated to incest. It's class on the neuroscience of morality and a bunch of stuff about how social species develops. Whatever, but that's like an example that they use to like make you think about some of those things. And I was talking about it.
Gay incest.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, right. No one ever thinks about the gay incest, right?
I think it falls
thought I was
pretty
Alan.
neatly. Like, I think it falls neatly under the camp of behaviors that are so weird that you will be condemned for it regardless of legality. In that, like, there's precedent for people avoiding incest, like culturally.
Oh, pause.
even before the-
Don't say that.
Well, no, I'm not
You
saying
can't. No. You
universally.
can't. No. Pause. Things that are so weird that you'll be condemned for it regardless of legality.
Yeah.
I can tell you some other points in human history where we condemned certain things regardless of legality.
Of course. I'm not saying that it's about moral objective. Like, there's no like objective
okay.
truth to whether or not it's
DUIs.
that it shifts with what we expect or frame as being normal or permissible behavior, with no tether to what I would personally view as being permissible or not. It's just to say that that's the social reaction to the behavior, right? I do think, however, that there's cultural precedent for people being generally averse to any kind of familial intimacy, regardless of even the scientific understanding of the consequence of incest itself, right? Should someone be born of it. Like,
Can
I
you
think it does like
dumb this down a little bit?
oh, okay. I'm not smart. I just use dumb words. What I'm saying is that it didn't require us to understand that like incest would make for a potentially like, you know, let's say like that we didn't have to learn that incest was a sort of detriment to the offspring before we kind of understood it to not be something that was acceptable, and that it blurred important lines and distinctions that allowed for like, I would say probably like safe internal gatekeeping and self-policing in survival. That would be
what I was
against the
about to
objective.
say. Is that it's literally like again it would dissolve the safety that comes from the family unit, you know. It
Yeah,
would also
We actually did, but we actually did that shit for a long time though.
Well,
Well, yeah.
the wealthy, the nobility certainly did, but that was because of like usually like a sense
A
of
flawed
like
understanding of genetics too. In this,
yeah.
belief
Also, is
you're-
that like you need to keep power within the family, but also kind of like these people are divine and better than us, and then
That wasn't just nobility, guys. Like, come on, there's been like there's.
I mean, in like very
Across the
small
human,
groups of
across the
people,
human genome, we've
very
had a
small
lot of
groups
that. Like,
people, yes, but like generally, like
by the way, I'm not
large
arguing. I'm not
populations,
arguing. It's
not-
okay. I'm just trying to.
certainly not as much. I would say.
Yeah, you seem
And I
very
know cousin
passionate about
marriages
this,
have
Blau.
Guys, Ludwig is born of cousins or some shit. Yeah, someone
and
mentioned
we
that.
all kind of knew it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the vibe he gives off.
Yeah, and like no one was surprised. I don't know.
I don't
man.
understand the nobility aspect of it. Like I know that the royals, like a long time ago, were almost entirely incestuous, and it's like, how do you maintain? Like, how do you convince all of the other people that like we're actually still better than you?
Oh, I mean,
once you get to the point where it's like everyone's kind of fucked up, respectfully.
I mean, propaganda is easy. It's to be like we are genetically, maybe they wouldn't use the
no
word
eyes.
genetically, but we are superior to you. Like the gods have chosen us. That's why we have all of these things, and you do
Yeah.
not. Like
That
I
was
feel
the
like that's
Protestant
pretty
work
simple.
ethic in a nutshell. It's kind of the cultural spine of the United States, is this belief that in your diligence and in turn the prosperity you found in it, you demonstrated your godliness. So I work super hard and have all this money because God likes me more. And that is why all of the things that seem so to the detriment of most Americans thrive, is that we built a country founded on that principle, which is an interesting kind of anthropological rabbit hole. But like beyond that, I also think that like, you know, like we were also at a time where people were like, you know, like, yeah, Rob ate pig and that's why it won't stop raining. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very it's money because God likes it. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, the priest said that was the case. So who the fuck are we to say otherwise?
To be clear, I'm not pro incest. But that's why.
Anti or just
I mean, these are genuinely.
I'm
like,
strongly anti. I'll even go so far as to say I'm anti-incest. You know what? That's why I don't like. And I'm sorry to the white girls in chat. That's why I don't like white girls. There. That's why. I want to dodge it so hard. That's why.
That's incest.
I mean,
I don't want any
because,
genetic
like,
similarities.
I get uncomfortable like when people look too much related to me. I don't like it. Like if they look like if their nose is similar to mine, I won't date someone. Like I won't even be attracted to them. I'm like, you look like you could be my dad or my
Get a new
sister
beak.
or my brother. Like, yeah, get a new nose.
If anyone
Piss me
resembles
off.
anyone in my family, I do find it to be very pudding. Like if I see any likeness or common attributes, I typically avoid it. But like, you know,
Yeah.
it helps that I have like 3 family members. You know, there's not a lot to dodge.
You got a lot of aunts and uncles.
Oh no, I have none. I've got an aunt and an uncle. That's it.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. And none of them were fucking. I have 0 cousins.
Like looking somewhat similar, isn't that kind of like a thing that's normal that people are attracted to one another, where they have like somewhat similar features?
Correct.
You guys know that saying where it's like,
Yeah,
I know what
a
you're
lot of people are
talking about.
attracted to
Yeah.
like features that they have.
I think
Yeah.
I think that it's more of what is familiar and what is framed to you as being something that like you perceive attractiveness through, right? Like I kind of believe that social media and the kind of like age of digital media as a whole has kind of blown that apart, and I'm interested to see how like let's say attitudes towards attraction shift accordingly, because like I do think that when you're raised in an area where people look a lot like you, yeah, you're probably going to share that conviction. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
me
that's
and
just, like,
Arthur are
my-
actually cousins.
That's right.
Yeah.
W.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
W.
that's normal for roommates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're second cousins. I do have to clarify.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
chill.
Blau got excited, so it's good that you
Fuck
stepped
yeah.
in.
So,
I was like, that's so fucking cool.
I think that
Holy
it's kind of important to understand why we are morally opposed to certain things, though, rather
Yes,
than just relying
100%.
upon our impulse. So I like discussing these things because, again, oftentimes our gut reactions can be wrong.
Yeah,
So
well,
for
I think
people
it's
to
so easy
articulate.
to like internalize something as obvious because that is how it has always been framed, right? And that it takes you having to acknowledge what conditioning allows you to really internalize in order to ever challenge those convictions. I mean, it's the same with ideology, be it like political or otherwise. People are really born into a set of ideals. Same with like how it is your relationship to food and culture, etc. Like so much of what you are is what you were taught and what you consumed by way of like observation, right? So of course, like, yeah, you have to challenge that. You can't just say it is that way because it is.
I used to think, for example, that I could never be close with someone or date somebody that has like the same name as my sister. And guess what? My sister's name is Julia, and I thought I could never.
Let me also be really clear
now
that
I live with somebody that has that name.
I think, and this is interesting because I really think you have a lot of ideas about what it is you want or don't want until you find legitimately transcendental compatibility. And I do believe that that can exist, especially if you're distinct or peculiar enough. To find someone with whom you really share like formative foundational conviction and like desire is cool as hell. And it really does like totally like I used to think that it was all just kind of an effort thing and you could make anything work if you tried. And then I like, you know, over time like met some people where I was like, oh no, this is totally different. Like I really do feel a distinct alignment with you. Yeah, like if that person had if that person's first name was my mother's, sister's, and last name was my father's, I would not care. You know what I mean? Like I just wouldn't. It wouldn't matter to me. We can change that.
I hooked up with a girl whose name was Linda. My mom's name's Linda. And it was right before like Thanksgiving too. And I like gathered around the Thanksgiving table.
I fucking can't.
And they were like, yo, like, so like where it was in San Francisco, and like, so like where are you staying in San Francisco? I was like, oh, I stayed at a girl's place last night, actually. And like, oh, like what's her name? And I was like, it's Linda. And my family has never let me live that down. And I'll never, I'm sorry. Any girl named Linda, fuck off. I can't, well, except for my dear mother, love you. But
incest talk, I do.
You're not gonna meet many Lindas in the state.
But she wasn't white. She was Asian. So that's why. So it's
there.
Yeah, mom.
Fucking hell, man. I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like, I do think that like modern dating is something that I find fascinating, and it's never been more, you know, like we've never had more competing and malignant messaging about dating. Like, I think that like it's interesting looking like, because even you see like, I mean, I know this is your special interest too, Charlie, but like the whole like clavicular OD phenomenon, you know what I mean? Where you have someone who's like truly architecting on totally artificial, largely male determined standards of male attractiveness or dominance, what it is he should be, and then like literally killing himself. Like it is truly tragic in that it's a perfect representation of attractiveness and intimacy no longer being about sex and partnership, but of your position in the elo of like where it is you rank amongst other people by way of access to opportunity. It's so weird. You know?
It's also, I mean, I just feel like clavicular is also, I believe he said that he was diagnosed with autism as a child, and I do think that those kinds of like, I think that like a lot of younger neurodivergent men are drawn into those things as a way to compensate for their kind of lack of like social grace or like social understanding.
It's creating a hard system for attraction, right? Of like,
and
this is the geometry of it. Yes.
Yeah,
it's totally
and it's like, it's tragic. Like he should be playing Magic the Gathering, not like you know, not you know, snorting meth and taking steroids and making himself infertile at the age of God, how old is he? 20? 22?
Yeah, but you created a mathematics for masculinity that you believe is going to allow you to be sufficient. You know, it's all kind of like arming yourself with knowledge and systems to combat insecurity rather than just being unabashedly nerdy and meeting a cool DM that you want to, you know, make babies with. Instead, you've created this bizarre sort of like, I don't know, like shield, ultimately. It's it's internalizing the mask.
Yeah, and I also think that, like, especially in an era where, you know, due to more gender equality in the sense that women are no longer forced to rely upon men. Like, I think that masculinity, which was already a nebulous concept, is even more nebulous because, like, well, what does it matter or mean anymore? And so I think even not just, neurodivergent men, like, I think that it's just wildly attractive to men at the moment because, I mean, my goodness, there's not really any sort of concrete way to make a man, I guess. I'm not
Well,
sure
I
if
think
that makes
that's
any
actually
sense.
like really anthropologically consistent across all eras. Like you can find literature written in like 2000 BC, reflecting on how men are no longer masculine, how we aren't like our fathers were, and that it's like this kind of decaying of competence. But it really is just that now you realize on some in this position that the people before you likely didn't know either. You just identified authority in them because they were older and spoke with confidence. And now it's your turn to pretend. And we've continued that ad infinitum. But I do think that it's interesting in that there's so many identities being sold to you. I don't know. Do you guys have like a memory of like identifying something you felt you should be when you were younger and really trying to become it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are some of those memories? I'm curious.
Well, I
I
think
hit
for me,
puberty
oh no,
just like
please.
later than everyone else.
Oh, when?
Oh, my
Oh,
fault.
okay, yeah, no, pop off. I want nut.
Yeah.
Me? Okay. That was, I mean, that was pretty much just it. I was a very late bloomer. So I just hit puberty like way later than everyone else.
Like,
so it was
when are we
mostly
talking?
just like after Christmas, my junior year of high school.
Oh, so you recall it was
So, like, way
you
later.
went Saiyan all of a sudden? You were...
I grew 9 inches like in like 5 months. It was crazy.
That sounds like medieval almost. Like there's an element of it
Yeah.
that feels so torturous and weird. Like someone hooked you up to a stretcher and just made you
Yeah, no, it like fucked me up.
expand.
It's very bad for your brain apparently.
Okay.
So I got really
wait.
tall and then I got like all depressed.
What?
Which is weird because I wanted to be tall.
Did
And
your
I
body
just-
hurt?
Classic tale, huh?
Did your body hurt?
Really? But now I just have like abnormally long legs. I have like I'm 6'1". I got like 6'4" legs and like a 5'9" torso.
I'm the same way. I'm like I have legs that want to be significantly taller than my torso once, and it makes me look like Gumby.
I remember from soccer though, you were surprisingly flexible. You had good range of motion though. You were like pretty flexible.
Me?
Yeah.
That's the first time anyone has ever told me that. Thank you.
Sorry,
so much.
I'm like in my like trying to like stretch arc to do the splits, so I noticed.
No,
you're
I
flexible.
appreciate that. That was a good compliment.
Yeah.
I also do want to make it known that nothing will make you feel more like achieved in your athletic prowess than being around streamers. They're gonna be like, "Oh my god, how did you do that?" And you like threw a ball, and they'll be like, "That was you. You really know what you're doing." It'll change things, you know.
That's what you'd think, but I did that basketball tournament.
Oh,
one of the worst days of my life.
What happened? Do you want to talk through it?
Well, it goes back to the tall thing. So this is actually kind of funny. I used to play basketball a lot. I was the point guard. Like I was on YMCA teams, and I was just too tall or too short to make any actual school team. And so then I just naturally like you stop playing. But I was good like at the time for my like age and height, whatever.
Like 13 years ago, you were good.
Basically, I was killing it. But I would like play occasionally with my friends and stuff. I grew really tall, like very quickly, and I had never seen myself on camera like be athletic really since my dad would record me at like YMCA games and stuff. So this was the first time really that I was watching myself do something athletic in 15 years from like a third person perspective.
Oh my god, weirdest feeling. Yeah, you're like,
oh no, I had an ego death. I thought I was good at sports, and then I watched myself, and I was like, oh, I'm dog shit. I'm like actually dog shit.
Yeah, it's like hearing your voice for the first time. You know, like really hearing it, and you're like, oh, this is no one should be subjected to this. They should muzzle me. Like, why did they let me public? It shouldn't be allowed. You know.
It was brutal. I realized in that moment that I am not athletic. I thought I was like sneaky athletic. And then I was like, oh, it's not even sneaky. You know what I mean? It was
but
brutal.
I also think maybe you're getting like media. Like maybe you are sneaky athletic in the context of your environment. And maybe you would have, member of a local militia somewhere in an outpost, and they would have been like, oh, that's the sword guy. He's really good with the sword.
No, I'm
but
the best
because
guy.
you're dealing, you have to look at like LeBron, 42 with a bionic body.
He's one of the best men we got.
He's the GOAT. He's our guy.
I'm
I
getting
think that's one of
emotional.
the hardest and saddest things about sports is that it's really like you really have to be born the right way.
Yeah, the
And
chosen one.
yeah,
Effing
and that
hammered.
makes it kind of sad because it's not even something that you can work at a lot of the time. Like it really is just like, I mean, you
Yeah.
can practice, obviously. Like you can get better at a sport, but like basketball, like you're saying, if you're not big enough, well, fuck you. You
I
can't
also
play.
I think that that's one of the largest sort of like, I don't want to call it like, I think it's one of the greatest cultural failures of the sort of like commodification of identity and of every talent or ability or hobby you have, is that we have now made invalid the expression of self or the experience of the body's ability in the event that it isn't like, let's say like sufficiently impressive to the point of being worthy of sale, right? Like, I think it's really strange how there was a time where you just liked being like, hey, I was the guy at the YMCA who was good at shooting 3-pointers, and you didn't feel as if it was useless to do in the event that you weren't super talented. You know what I mean? Like some people could just go draw without thinking that it had to be a side hustle that they could commodify. And I think that the idea that all of the things you are and all of the things you do need to be presented and sold to an audience is like really corrosive to the experience of ever getting better or enjoying shit. And I think it's one of the most egregious wounds we have in that, like, now we're so predeterministic. We look at, it's why I think like black pilling and the concept of clavicular and looks maxing, it all came to be, is that we have looked at, like, it's really interesting because I've been talking to like a lot of these like younger creators, and so many of them are like almost like legitimately emotionally devastated by the existence of this kid named Marlon, who's like this like tall model guy. And he's a very good looking guy.
Handsome.
He's super handsome.
He's
But in
like,
their minds,
if
it's
you haven't
like
seen him, he
they
looks
are-
very similar to me. We get confused a lot, actually.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Marlon, yeah.
Marlon, yeah. He's
He looks a
very,
lot like me.
archetypally
We get
good
mixed
looking.
up
It's
a
like
bunch,
he's-
yeah.
It's a very model-esque kind of appearance.
What does he do? I want to see what he looks like.
He's like a tall, handsome guy who I think he's actually a pretty like generally apt person too. Like like not in like not to reduce him to just being good looking, but like he seems to have shaken a lot of these young men to in that they think that that is the only thing you can be in order to have like fulfillment or like belonging or romantic opportunity. And it's really strange to watch because like, yes, you have the ability to see like really uniquely like attractive people by way of cultural expectation, right? But that is not how people are trying to find compatibility or companionship now. Oh my God, Cat.
That's so cute.
Oh yeah, this is my boy Eric.
Oh, I'm getting
Wait,
cat
what's the name of
mogged.
He's so cute.
What's the name? Eric?
Eric, yeah.
It's a good
Can I
name.
say I like when we give like very like common like white people names to animals. Like when it's like, this is John, like I think that's
Kevin.
really funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that to me is a really elite dog name or cat name rather.
Yeah. He showed up at my house one day and wouldn't leave, so he's just my cat now.
He loves you.
We had to figure out a name. It was
That's
the
the
first name
best
I could
cat.
think of.
That's the best
Aw.
cat. The cats that have chosen, they're like, no, I'm hanging out. You can do what you want to do, but I'm hanging.
I have thoughts on Marlon. I've just looked at him, and I think that visually he's kind of boring in his, I guess, sort of perfection. And I think it's sad that a
he's
lot of
so
the young
hot.
dudes
Oh, no.
are devastated by him because, like, women will date whatever.
No,
Like,
it,
women-
again,
women will just
the
date,
Big
like-
Bird debacle.
Yeah,
He looks like Big Bird
yeah.
is something I've heard. you
For
know?
the clip, I
Yeah.
just want to say I think that Marlon's really hot, and I wish I had his abs. Thanks.
But he is.
I mean, he's objectively a very good-looking guy, but I think
It's a
think a lot of-
misinterpretation. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Go. You're cooking. I'm sorry. Go.
I think that a lot of women are attracted to people that look interesting.
I think that there's a lot of narrative at the center of what like women typically express attraction to be. It's like kind of like ideas of what the texture of a person could suggest of their identity. And so it isn't to say that like that person, because I actually think this dude's like pretty funny and generally affable. I don't think that he's a boring person, but I think that the reality is that you are given a great deal of charitability by women that men aren't necessarily extending to women themselves. Like the idea that, oh, wow, there's something unique here that I find interesting and I want to know more about is something that can exist by way of just your physical appearance. You know what I mean? I think that that's important for men to know that, like, yeah, man, I mean, like that person's very attractive. He's going to have a lot of opportunity based on being very like, like what you would probably just say is like not generically necessarily, but like archetypally good looking, that doesn't mean that you're now lacking opportunity because you aren't that. Because luckily, you know, you aren't a woman existing in male-dominated spaces. That would probably be much more damning in the other direction, right?
I'm willing to bet that most of Marlon's opportunities due to his beauty probably come from other men.
Yes, 100%. Without
Like,
a doubt,
I
yes.
think that heterosexual and queer men who
I can tell
who
you that my
admire his
experience
looks.
in modeling is entirely predicated on the male gaze. That was all it ever was. It was a bunch of men, largely gay, determining the extent to which I would flirt with or capitulate their advances, and then I got opportunity predicated specifically. You know, it was men determining what was attractive and operating on that principle. It didn't really have anything to do with whether or not women were intimate or not. That wasn't the goal. You know, that wasn't what they were selling. They were selling power fantasy. I mean, that's what you are as a, you know, it's a fantasy for men to kind of attach to and project upon, especially if you're like a social media. Obviously, high fashion's its own kind of thing.
Everyone knows what women really want is a 5'10" minotaur that's a billionaire with. That's right.
That you can milk.
Yeah,
That you can milk.
You can milk,
Needs to
and
be
I'll
milked.
continue to write that fiction for you guys.
No, we need that. We
Would
need more of
read.
it. I do think we. Oh, you missed our entire discourse on smut. I'm actually curious. Are either of you two interested in smut? Not have you read smut? Not smut? Yeah.
You know what's funny? I recently learned like what that is.
Oh.
I mean, I've heard like 50 Shades of Grey or whatever. But I learned, what was it? The fan fiction website? What's it called?
AO3.
AO3.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Is that it?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. And it was someone told me to read one of the Yard, like Ludwig's podcast. And as I was reading it, unbeknownst to Ludwig, he rated me
Perfect.
as I was like reading a very sexual one that I had to like halfway through.
Is
I was
slime
like,
in that
this
one?
is
I want to
not-
give it a read. Is slime in that one? I'll give it a read if so.
Yes, and it involves the two of them mostly.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I
I'm gonna be
decided that it would be cool if I was in one. But I'm not there yet. One day.
No, I do think that that's an important like milestone in a career when you exist in someone's like fan fiction headcanon, you know?
If girls are writing yaoi of you with your friends, you've made it.
Yeah.
That's true.
One day.
That's true.
That's
Yaoi is also something
beautiful.
I find fascinating. I find yaoi and futanari porn interesting kind of like manifestations of like sexual preference and like psychological security in the premise of sexual intimacy. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like-
could talk at length about yaoi with you as a lifelong yaoi enjoyer myself. It is extremely interesting psychologically.
Can you explain
because-
yaoi real quick before we get too deep? Because
Yeah,
there are some
yaoi is-
non-knowers.
Yaoi is boys love. It is.
I love
it is
yaoi.
typically you associate it with anime boys. Fujoshis, which is the Japanese term for rotten girls, that's what it translates to, are women that like yaoi.
Blue Lock is a really good modern example of like low-key boy love anime, in my opinion, for people who are like
so
curious.
the whole vibe though is that like very much yaoi does not at all imitate realistic homosexual relations, not even a little bit. Frequently, if you're reading the smut, there's a concerning lack of lubricant. The top and bottom, dichotomy is very it's a dichotomy. It's very
There's
solid.
the
rather
uke
than, I
and the
guess,
seme.
Yeah, things like that. But what it really is I think it's women who are very uncomfortable with the way, and not just straight women, but like queer women as well, uncomfortable with there was not for a long time, pornography that was really meant for women, gay or straight. And so I think that or even if there was always kind of the uncomfortable, power imbalance between men and women. And so what I found from this, there's also like people have written like scholarly articles on this. It's incredibly interesting. Is that yaoi is kind of a way to imitate heterosexual dynamics, the hardcore yuke seme. That's also what the alpha, beta, omega stuff is about. Is it's literally like imitating patriarchy, but without the discomfort of a woman being oppressed. And there's kind of a safety in being able to identify with the male or female yuki. Similarly, like for queer women, there's also, because essentially all, lesbian porn is like made for dudes. There's very little made for women. There's also kind of a safety in that. Had a lot of interesting childhood experiences with, you know, other queer girls growing up, with yaoi being like our linchpin of the thing that got us to. Very weird, but
No,
I
think you're
am
dead on, yeah.
fascinated by it. I think it's so interesting.
No, I think that you're completely on the money in my experience talking to women who have predominantly like built like, I don't want to say like sexual identity, but certainly like who entertained sexual impulse predominantly through yaoi, is that it is a way of removing the sort of inherent threat or power asymmetry of sexual intimacy that heterosexual dynamics involve. So that it can be enjoyed for its like kinesthetic reality of like, this is the motion and the visual experience of it. And I think it's really interesting to consider that also in the context of like previous conversations regarding consent and the concept of safety and dynamics, that's always something that is being interpreted and considered, that like, oh, this isn't, you don't have to consider your safety in the same capacity if you are consuming media that doesn't feel directly threatening to that, you know, that sense of autonomy or agency in physical engagements with men. This is a man and a man. You get to enjoy what is frankly just like male sexual expression without it feeling as if it threatens or oppresses your autonomy. I think that in a lot of ways, men can kind of experience similar fascination in things like futanari porn. I think that it's really common for people to be like, I want to have my genitalia represented here, but the concept of physical intimacy is still foreign to me and I can't see myself. You know what I mean? It's like they want to have something that feels accessible or proximal. And this is beyond obviously the degree to which it can go on to just be blatant fetishism or like, you know, like chaser behavior. But I think that there's something to be said for, this is a way for me to interpret femininity and the expressions of feminine intimacy in a way that is simultaneously like representative of my like sort of like mechanical reality in sex without bringing into question my actual place in it, you know?
Yes, and
or
also
whether
like
I'm comfortable in it.
the visual confirmation of the you know, especially if we're talking about like male and futanari, the visual confirmation when I've discussed this with people that enjoy those sorts of things, because I was very intrigued by that. It's like calming and affirming in a way, is to go, oh, I can tell that the girl likes it, whereas if she had a you know, vulva, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
Becomes a big
actually
part
really
of it.
interesting. It completely you know, it circumvents that math of like, what does it look like for someone to be having fun? I know there's dick there. That makes sense, and it's ready. So yeah, you guys have any? This is probably Charlie and I's special interest here. Do you guys like food? Do you like food porn?
Well, I grew up reading a lot of yaoi and watching a lot of yaoi, but I was, you know, I loved anime and I loved hentai and I just got into that, and then I got into yuri. I mean, I watched it all.
Can you explain the difference between yaoi and yuri?
Yeah, yaoi's 2 dudes and yuri's 2 ladies.
Cool.
And you know, I just kind of liked it all. I mean, of course, like if I reflect upon it, I can understand why there were certain parts about it. I mean, same with the futa, right? It's like for me, I think I liked the power dynamics in the yaoi, and then with the yuri, I think I liked that it typically included more emotions, and so I liked the 2 different types of hentai or whatever I was reading or watching for differing reasons. But I also just think it's completely normal to, like, you could be, if a straight dude watched yaoi, I would not think anything of it. Same with yuri. It's like, it's visually stimulating content that has themes that I think appeal to anyone of every sexual orientation, you know?
I'm gonna be so honest, I have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what
incredibly nerdy.
Fuda or
but like,
this is
you know
the first
what
time
I love
I've ever
is
heard
that-
these words.
Julia, can I say something that I really value about you as a human is that you are one of the few like tethers to normalcy a lot of people have on the platform, It is so, to me, expected that everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say this, because I spend so much time with neurodivergent, terminally online people, that you being like, what in the fuck's happening, is honestly really refreshing. No, but I'm curious, like, that, I don't know, I guess it's just one of those things where people who are maybe just like, the things that are offered to them don't make sense, so they avoid. You know what I mean? They look for something that feels more palatable.
Well,
you
and
know?
I also something that God, I don't want to feel like I'm
Oh, true.
exposing
Wait.
myself. I
Wait,
feel like it's also. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I just realized you don't even know what Futanari is. We completely. Oh, okay.
What is the?
It's girl cock.
What is the pseudo cock?
Oh, okay.
Girl cock.
One of you can take this.
It's futanari is a Japanese word. It's a lady with a penis, not like a trans woman. Typically, like it's like in hentai and stuff. And typically the vibe is usually not like a transgender woman, like someone who transitioned to female. Typically it's like
Think magic.
They spontaneously grow penises or something like that.
It is not meant to represent something that I think really exists. I think that it is
Yes.
truly
Yeah.
like a
It's a
fantastical
fantasy.
concept.
It is, Yeah. yes, totally fantasy. And I think is kind of normal considering I think most human cultures have had a mild fascination with the idea of someone being truly intersex, which can't actually exist in the sense where someone would have both working, like a uterus and working testicles.
Okay.
What I was going to say though is I feel like futanari can be for heterosexual men a way to like maybe these dudes have a fascination with the phallus.
Yeah.
But are don't really like are very deeply uncomfortable expressing that, and so futanari becomes a way to channel their obsession with the phallus. Because I've also God, I don't want to go too in depth in this. Is that like in a lot? Okay, I'll just say in a lot of these arts and animations, there's very little attention to detail given in the anatomy of the vulva, and so
It's just a line.
much. It's just a line. It's just
line.
a hole. But the
I think
penis
it makes
is
men uncomfortable.
extremely detailed.
Yes.
Like detailed to an
veins.
extreme.
I can-
And these are
I-
heterosexual men drawing
that
this, and this
the-
is made for straight dudes.
I think that the dick is just a conduit for power fantasy ultimately, and that it's built on a monism of like the size of one's dick is the size of one's masculine prowess and their deservedness. And I mean it, I legitimately believe that if men had dicks, we would quickly render the world impotent. I think that it would just become a matter of being larger than the largest penis, and it would continue infinitely until we had this sort of land of overflowing penis that was, displacing the atmosphere. I don't think it has anything to do with actual like performance or satisfaction, or they would realize that pretty much exactly what they have
It's totally
is good.
just visual. It's just a totem.
Yeah, well, it's more so I think protection against the possibility of losing what it is you like in a lot of contexts, the affection or companionship of a woman.
Wait, so you're saying it's not about the penis?
It's about
the power of the penis.
The penis to them
represents.
Yes.
So why is it so detailed?
Because that is their fixation in sexual encounters, is the
phallocentric.
security that they feel in the dick they wield. That in having a giant dick, they protect themselves against invalidity, embarrassment, or displacement by a larger man. I am safe in having this monstrously unusable penis. And the vagina is very secondary in that is simply where it goes. The dynamic is predicated on the power wealth wielded through the dick, is kind of my interpretation of it. And it's
one's
also
the
like
sword
a theme
and
in
one's
it.
the sheath, yeah?
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's funny in that, like, it's clear that the actual joy of there's nothing's very O'Keefe about it. You're not seeing anything vaginal, really. It is truly like
A line,
the less
a
you
hole.
can see, the more that they've succeeded. However,
Yes.
the uterus deeply,
Yeah, very
well,
detailed.
Like for whatever reason, they love to
The
do this
X-ray.
this shot where you're
Well,
just
that's
looking
also that's also
that's-
masculinity and virility. That is impregnation, successful
Yeah.
impregnation, proving
I did it. I
yeah.
did it. Yeah.
That's it.
Can I check in with you guys, Arthur, Julia? How do you feel about this discourse? I'm curious. How are we feeling right now?
Well, I feel like I'm learning a lot, but I don't even know what to ask. I literally asked my own Discord, like, what am I supposed to ask? I'm
Oh my
overwhelmed.
god. No, so what we would say is that this is what we'd call a failure of hosting because I have allowed my special interest of how it is we depict genitalia in pornography.
Also, I'll go. I'll go
Hey,
fuck
hi,
myself. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Like fuck.
Blau, how are you doing? Well, Blau, I know that you're gonna hurl something at us no matter what.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some take or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be probably about like Kanye West or something.
Yeah.
Which actually is interesting.
I have to go.
If
Actually,
this is your first exposure to me, I just want to make it clear I don't usually talk about these things. This was just
Oh no, yeah. Oh, don't worry.
an
Oh, listen.
opportunity.
Oh, don't worry. I've said way worse shit on Wigs podcast.
Damn it.
Okay. Don't worry. I've said what, guys. We're only scratching this. I actually do have to go, but
No worries. I will say generally, guys. By the way, I've kept you for 3 plus. So if you guys want to dip, you're always welcome to. You've satisfied your commitment to me. But I'll talk until I'm tired, probably.
Bye. I have to go though.
Yes, no, you go.
Bye,
Get out.
Illy.
Because
Yo, chat. I actually do have to dip out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another late night stream. Bless you all. I will see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday. Peace. I'm out.